Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, blu blu blu. Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy. There we go. Alrighty, so I don't know where Rose is. She's supposed to be joining me tonight, so we'll see. See where she is.
Can I make one request at the outset of the show?
No.
Can we do an echo drum at the end of it?
Oh, sure.
Whee!
Okay. Ending on an echodrome of
I've
insanity.
done it in a while. I missed it.
Thus making the insanity properly insane.
Yep. Impressive.
Delicious.
Does that one
All
come
right.
from
Oh, hello, the Grim Reaper. Is it my time already?
Yes.
Finally. What a relief.
the work is done.
I'll cast my wiggle
Well,
hand
enjoy what
on.
few videos are still in the schedule, and I'll see you next life. Bye.
That's gonna be. Don't even joke about that. That's gonna be the most depressing thing ever. Is
Oh, because I'll have
there
like
will be videos in the queue, and we'll be mourning, and we'll see you, and it'll crush us.
and it'll be like Zarin Isaac has posted a new video 6 months after his unexpected
Yes.
demise. Yeah.
Whatever that is. 10 years, 50 years, 100 years.
And
you
you'll
don't
be
know.
wondering for like 2 years if I ever did do one of those "if you're seeing this, it means I'm dead" videos.
Yes, because we have to get through all of the videos
Wait,
you already
you have one of those on your
scheduled.
channel?
I'm not saying.
Wow. If this is showing, that means I have died or abandoned the channel. Welcome
Exactly.
to the last video on this channel.
It's literally the last video you will ever see from me. Until someone goes through my archives and makes compilations of things that I never made compilations of.
Sure.
Which are probably all doom
Yes.
at that point.
Sure.
What? Oh, are you killing me?
No.
Oh. The touch of death. It's like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
hey.
Dead yet?
Whoa.
Dead yet?
Slow it down.
Dead yet?
I'm afraid to say your daughter has passed away.
Oh, so will you be joining us?
Yes.
Okay. That's too bad. She had a long
Yep.
life ahead of her.
Speak up.
She'll be
That's
missed.
kind of muffled.
Death can't hear you. Death doesn't have her headphones on.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
That's you speak up because we can't hear you very well.
There you go.
Just future reference.
DJ Death. Yeah. Woo! Party.
Well, tell Rosie we'll miss her.
Yep.
You know.
We'll miss her. Well then.
So now that I started to talk more of a different point,
And the chat died.
Well, good night, everybody. So I have some pickups this week. I think everybody else does too.
I also have some pickups. Finally.
I have a
Yay.
fuck ton of pickups because my aerosol shit came in.
Oh yeah. Why do you keep poking me? What?
What are these head things?
What? Oh, okay. I don't have time to play this game, so just figure it out, Death. Just lurk more.
What?
Got
Of
it.
course, I guess Death being a skull would he even be able to hear things?
No.
Is she asking what the laughing guy is? Because he's laughing.
The laughing guy.
The guy in the chat? Are you asking about the guy in the
Hold
chat?
Hold.
Okay.
Never mind. She doesn't want to answer the question. She can barely hear
Give them.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Straight onto
Gotta
the
rock
head
and roll.
bones. That's better. Is that a little better?
Much better.
Much
The neck is
better.
poking in my mouth.
Your what? What's poking in your mouth?
The neck.
That looks so derpy when you're going like. Hold on, I just have to
Trying to
relocate
eat
my
here.
jawbone. Too much fun. So, I made nachos for us tonight, and I've been showing Rosie Stranger Things for the first time.
From the
Oh
beginning.
yeah.
We watched the first 2 episodes of season 1, so we're starting obviously at the beginning. So, I've
So
not watched.
sad that she won't be able to see the whole thing.
Yes,
you know?
I know. It's too bad. Well, at least I can take some solace that she saw a couple before she got hit by that bus.
That's not how she died.
Oh, how did she die? Ice cream overdose?
No.
Hold on. Let Death think about that for a second.
I have too many accountants to think of. I don't remember all of their deaths.
Too many accountants?
Yes.
How many accountants died today?
12.
12. Well,
They're
I
just
guess that's
accountants.
a few people who
Like
won't be able to do their taxes. Or payroll, or
At least it
whatever.
wasn't a productive member of society.
Oh my God. That happened last week too. Son of a bitch.
What, 12 accountants died last week too? Wow. I wasn't aware
12
that you like to
accountants
keep
die
up
every
on
day.
accountant deaths, Stoud. But I guess we all need a hobby.
That would be Cass's job.
It is Cass's job.
They're the easiest to keep track of.
The
Cass
easiest to
is
keep track
accountant, isn't
of,
he?
because nobody else does.
Yeah.
Really? We're
Or
gonna
because they
fucking-
keep meticulous records of everything because they're accountants.
Yes.
Yes.
I apologize. Someone decided to mow at 8:30 p.m.
Oh. What an asshole.
That's
Yeah.
logic.
It was hot during the day. I
Yeah.
can make sense. Still bright out. Makes
Volume
sense.
up a bit.
Yeah. What?
Thank you.
I'm not an asshole. They're just doing it because it was hot
I
earlier.
can hear them
Yeah, just play
perfectly
one on
fine
TV.
now.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh, well, it goes.
And I'm going deaf.
I'm just gonna close the window. It'll be fine.
All
Yeah.
right. Good.
Wait, how
Not a
loud
big
is it
deal.
for you?
Like, goddamn it.
It's
Unlucky me.
loud.
I
See, it was at a
really-
perfect volume before because I could hear them and you. But now I'm mostly just hearing them
Okay.
screaming in my
Yay.
ears.
Ah. Does that help?
So, no.
Oh, I remember how she died.
Oh, finally.
I killed her.
Oh. So she died. So the cause of death was death. Okay. You just showed up. You're dead now. Oh. All right.
I had to kill her because she was too annoying and she was getting sugar high.
Well, I can definitely confirm all the sugar highs.
Can I read some?
I haven't even started yet. All right. Yeah, you can read some as Rosie.
Rosie's not here, man.
Rosie's not here. All right. So geeky news, trailers, a bunch of
Can I?
Can I speak, please?
No.
Let me read. No, I will read them.
Beth needs to speak.
You can read some when we get to the news. Just let me go through the first batch, all right? Don't be pushy. All right. Trailers. We got the official trailer for the third installment in the Jumanji series, Jumanji: The Next Level. which actually looks hilarious. It has Danny DeVito and Danny Glover, the two Dannys,
Nice.
in it as I
Didn't see the
guess
trailer.
like dads or grandparents of some of the main characters.
They body swap some of the characters from the first movie. It's
Yes.
interesting. I don't know. I'm not necessarily a fan of that because that's gonna be a little confusing as someone who didn't pay that much attention to the first movie and needs to, or the previous movie and needs to watch it again. But
Yeah.
you know,
But it is a direct continuation of the second, just as the second was a direct continuation 30 years later of the first. And it is whatever. Like it's not nitpicky
like the
about
thing
it.
2011's a prequel, same concept.
Okay.
I'm not.
What?
It's not a bad movie, but I'm just saying, you know, it's like a prequel in name only. It's real, or it's not really a sequel. It's technically just a reboot.
Which one?
Like the thing 2011. It's not really a prequel. It's a reboot.
Oh God! Don't get me
Same
started.
concept. No, I'm saying it's the same concept. Is it's technically it's in the same universe in that same way. Like it's just a remake. It's okay.
I wanted it to be in the same universe, but then they changed so many things that were established in the original that I can't consider it in the same universe anymore.
And then you'll feel the same way about this Jumanji when you see the original Jumanji. I know you haven't seen the original, but I'm saying it's not a bad movie. It's just not. I mean, it's technically a sequel, but not really. It's its own thing.
Right.
And it's good still.
Anyway,
but
it looks fun from the trailer.
It is fun. I bet it's good, honestly.
So we have had the official trailer for AMC's The Terror: Infamy, which is set during World War II. The second season of The Terror centers on a series of bizarre deaths that haunt a Japanese-American community and a young man's journey to understand and combat the malevolent entity responsible.
Me.
Interesting. Huh? What?
Me.
You what? You're the malevolent entity responsible? Oh, okay. Well, spoilers.
The Terror was it dealt with the fated Antarctic expedition.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And so, but they're doing the American Horror Story thing where they're in the same universe, but they're somewhere else. So they're going to be linked in some way.
Gotcha. Okay.
And by the way, that Terror series was fucking mind blowing. I saw one episode and I cannot wait to watch it.
It was good, eh? Okay, I might have to check that out.
So,
I like that.
So creepy.
Like I like that idea where it's kind of like an anthology but connected, like how Black Mirror does it, for example, where it's clearly all in the same universe, but it's different times, it's different technologies, it's different things. I know I haven't watched the trailer for this, but I heard people are kind of like, but why? Official trailer for the remake of Jacob's Ladder.
What's that?
It looks so vastly different from the original.
Yeah.
But I mean, that doesn't mean it's made bad. I just didn't. Why is it called Jacob's Ladder? That's my question.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you're going to do something so wildly different, I don't know. Because, I mean, the first one, I think, is a classic of modern psychological horror.
Does not need a remake.
No.
Just needs to be re-released.
You could, honestly, though, you could take the very same concept, apply it more to a modern setting of people coming back from the Iraq War.
They did.
Yeah.
But it's not the same movie.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same.
And it's not okay. And they did the same thing. Is the Rabid trailer on that list of things to talk about?
It's the next one on the list. There's the trailer for the Rabid remake.
The Rabid trailer. I love the Sasko sisters, so I'm not here to shit on them because I love all their movies. Even Dead Hooker in a Trunk. All right, like look, it's not a good movie, but I still love it. Anyway, they took the concept and it's the same plot points as Rabid. There's an accident. There's a illegal medical experiment. There's some vampirism via this, but they went in a completely different direction with it. And I don't know if it bother why calling it the creeps, the shivers, whatever.
Death likes cuddles.
Shivers. Rabbit. Right. Get my name mixed. Rabbit is right. Sorry.
Thank you.
The original. It's a remake, but it's like it could have just been called something else. You know.
Yeah. Again, so like two remakes that could have been just called something else. Official trailer for the upcoming Hulu series Wu-Tang: An American Saga. The show is set in 1990s New York City during the height of the crack cocaine epidemic and follows the clan's formation, a vision of Bobby Diggs, aka the RZA, who strives to unite a dozen young black men that are torn between music and crime, but eventually rise to become the unlikeliest of American success stories. Oh, so it's literally about the Wu-Tang Clan. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Excellent. That would explain the name.
Indeed.
I'm hearing reports that's pretty fucking good, actually.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm sure it will be.
This one I'm excited about. Official trailer for Netflix's Frankenstein's Monster.
That's the one I'm talking about with David Harbour.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't know if this is a mockumentary or a real documentary, because watching the trailer, he talks about, like, oh, my dad did this thing with, like, these stage plays and shit.
Yeah. Oh,
and then you see it's either reenactment or supposed documentary footage.
Mhm.
He makes it sound like it's documentary footage when he's talking to you.
Okay.
And so I don't know if the mockumentary or the reenactments. I don't know.
So
it's
it's
the documentary at all.
So it's Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein, starring David Harbour as a fictional version of himself. The mockumentary delves into the enigmatic history of his legendary acting family as he examines his father's legacy and role in a made-for-TV play.
Yes.
Interesting.
By the way, this trailer is hilarious. I cannot wait to see this.
Okay.
Looks so good.
Interesting.
But it was so well done. I literally didn't know if it was a mockumentary. I'm like, I think this is a mockumentary, but I'm not sure. Because I watch. If you ever watch this, there's a documentary called "The Creep Behind the Camera," in which they do reenactments while they're talking to actual people that are really talking about things that happen. So it blends fiction and reality.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought that was what they were going for at first.
I mean, they had me at. Please. They had me at David Harbour in a thing even peripherally related to Frankenstein. So.
You check the trailer. It looks hilarious.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
You're gonna fucking love it.
I love David Harbour. I love Frankenstein. So I'm doubly there.
If you're a fan of filmmaking, this is probably going to be kind of relevant to you because it looks like it's Ed Wood style badness and then reenact.
Excellent, love it. All right, read the next one, Rose.
Me?
Yeah. Or Death.
Tell me whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, under movie TV news. Under the nose of movie TV news.
The third season of Stranger Things officially hits Netflix as of this week.
Yes. It dropped, and as is the tradition with Netflix, they dropped the full season on July 4th, Independence Day in the States. So I have not watched it yet. I just started showing Rosie the series today. We made nachos and watched the first 2 episodes, and we're probably going to watch, a couple a day. They're pretty short. It's like 17 episodes comprises the entire first 2 seasons, so it's pretty short. And I think the third season is like 10 or something.
I've seen one screenshot. I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw one screenshot. Because I already know I'm going to watch the fucking thing. I don't need a trailer. It's a guarantee. But I saw one screenshot, and so I'm like, I think there's a shot from The Fog. And I'm like, nope, that's not a reference to The Fog. That's a reference to the movie Dead and Buried.
Okay.
It's like the figures in a fog.
One thing I will say, the way they do the trailers for this, it's worth checking out the trailers, simply because they're not just trailers for the show. They're also like little mock advertisements taking place in that world.
Well, yeah, I know that. I will watch it when I get around to watch it.
Like, for example, the teaser that they released months ago was done as like an advertisement for the opening of the new mall. And it had cameos from a lot of the different characters and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun.
Can I?
Fine. Read the next one. But there's a couple here that I need to cover because I have a lot to say about them. All right?
Can I read the next one?
Yeah, go.
J.A. Boyana, director of The Orphanage, A Monster Calls, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, etc., will helm the first 2 episodes of Amazon Prime's The Lord of the Rings series.
Nice. Cool.
He is so good at. I hope he filmed like all the creepy shit because like his eye is really. I mean, watching The Orphanage, like this guy, I want him to direct every horror movie. He's
has a good eye for
visual way of storytelling. The movie's really good.
Nice. I don't think I've seen any of his movies. I have A Monster Calls sitting on the shelf. I still haven't watched it, but I remember
Justin turned me on to The Orphanage.
Yeah, I remember Stoud saying that Monster Calls is a good one and that it will almost definitely make me cry. So I look forward to that.
Yep.
Okay. No, we need to cover this one, so we'll wait for that a little bit. You can read the next one, Sylvester.
Sylvester Stallone has confirmed that work on Expendables 4 has begun.
Awesome. Okay, I need to read this next one. This is news I've been waiting for literally decades, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. Netflix has officially picked up Neil Gaiman's beloved Vertigo comic, Sandman, for an 11-episode season.
I've been waiting since '96, and I read an article in Wizard magazine, man.
It's about
time!
I
know. Alan Heinberg, screenwriter of Wonder Woman and co-creator of the Young Avengers comic line, will serve as writer and showrunner. And you can bet Neil Gaiman is going to be heavily involved with that.
He's a very good writer to begin with.
I'm having trouble remembering. How long was the original?
75 issues. Hold on. 75 issues published as 10 volumes.
Okay, so
but
basically then every episode is going to be one volume.
Presumably, yeah. That would make
or
it.
They could do it that
unless
way,
each season is going to be a volume.
Yeah, they could do it that way.
I would we're going to adapt
or they could do a couple volumes per season. I mean, they're not terribly long. You know, I mean, each volume is about 7 or 8 issues, so typically.
Yeah, I mean, like 6 issues, I think it's that first volume or whatever. And
yeah,
then,
I think it's only 6, something like that.
They vary after that, it just depends.
It depends on the storyline. There's also a lot of standalone stories that can kind of be dropped in anywhere.
And sometimes they change the order of those things in trades, which is kind of annoying, but eh.
Yeah, well, they did that because, I mean, there was, like, sometimes they would fall in the middle of a big story arc. So they would just have... The volume would be the story arc, and then they'd have the next volume would be all the in-between issues, like all the side stuff that was going on. But
I annoys me, but I understand it. Damn it. Okay. Fine.
Yes. Yeah. Like I get it, and it does. And honestly,
I'm so happy about this.
When you read it that way, it doesn't interrupt the flow at all. If anything, it's a little better because you're getting that full story. Then you go off into the little asides, and then into the next full story. You know. And it has a nice flow to it. The important thing is, over the course of those 10 volumes, nothing is excluded. Every issue is in there.
Yeah, of course. Oh, so, I wasn't trying to imply that. But there's also been additional miniseries and series.
There's a couple, There was Endless Nights, which dealt with sort of one-off stories featuring the other... You never read that one?
Nope.
Oh, it's good.
I just read
It's good. You should read it. It basically has, I guess, 7 stories that feature each of Dream's brothers, and I think there's another Dream story in there.
Books of Magic is in the same shared universe, right? That series.
I mean, technically it's in the DC universe, but
now
so
before it's its own separate universe. To be fair.
No, it was always in the DC universe, right from the first story arc.
Hmm?
Dude, there's an issue that guest stars the Justice League. It's like issue 4.
Yeah, but they've appeared in alternative universes before, so that didn't mean anything. I always thought it was his own standalone, separate bubble of the universe.
I wonder if that'll be in it, by the way.
I doubt it. I don't think so. I think they'll write around it.
Might. You never know.
I don't know.
They might be able to get like 1 or 2 of the characters, maybe not everybody.
I think they'll write around it. But
they
might get Martian Manhunter.
They also might be able to get lesser heroes too. We don't know.
But I mean, Neil Gaiman himself said in the notes for that volume that this issue was my, in brackets, perhaps misguided attempt to incorporate superheroes into the Sandman universe.
No.
And
agree, Neil. You did fine.
It's
the Sandman is so well written.
Yeah.
That this whole time I've been waiting for them to actually do a series or a TV or a movie or something like that.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking, why can't they do this? No matter what you do with it, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you sort of maintain the integrity of the characters and the complexity of the stories, and you know.
I've never read a word that was bad that Neil wrote. Like, he's an amazing writer, so I trust him.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Even when he said he was misguided, his most misguided issue is still fucking great.
Oh, it's a great issue. Like, I read it, and I was like, what's the problem here?
Yeah, I think he's just self-conscious. He's being like, it's like,
maybe,
you know, it's like
yeah.
hipster friends like, man, I'm too good for superheroes, even though he's done superheroes.
But I mean, for the most part, yes, Sandman is kind of its own universe. The only sort of other characters that he brought into it were ones that kind of fit, like Cain and Abel from the House of Mystery and House of Secrets.
Those technically weren't in the universe either.
Etrigan the Demon shows up in Hell and stuff like that. And there's Swamp Thing, John Constantine,
which I mean technically he's in the DC universe too, but I always felt like he was in his own little bubble, and those are two separate characters. They're different.
Rose, lean back, please.
Because lots of his in-canon, in-continuity stuff is very out of character for him, in fact. His appearance in Crisis on Infinite Earths is so out of character, it bothers me. It's the one flaw, I think, in Crisis on Infinite Earths is Constantine shows up for, like, 4 panels, and I'm like, this doesn't sound like Constantine. It sounds like someone pretending like they know how to write him.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite comic, by the way. So, I mean, like, I
think the Constantine issue, again, it was that first story arc. So he was kind of feeling his way around, I think, seeing which characters could be brought in, which maybe don't really fit. But that Constantine issue is one of my favorite early issues because it's just very dark and powerful and genuinely horrific and disturbing in parts. And really showed, like, this is going to be a hell of a ride.
John Constantine is talking with Phantom Stranger and some other people. So I think the President of the United States about the crisis, and it's like 4 panels, and I'm like,
that's what you're talking about. I was talking about the Sandman appearance. Sorry.
No. Sandman appearance. Actually, that's perfectly fine. That makes sense.
No, that was good.
Know, but what I'm talking about, like, he's in canon crisis, like DC Universe stuff. His appearances have been really iffy.
I think that Sandman issue was actually the first thing I ever read with Constantine in it. So it was kind of my introduction to him. What are you doing? You passing out in there?
No.
I read him in Crisis, but I didn't know who he was because not everyone's named. Yeah. And so my first introduction was also through Sandman, where I went, wait a minute, I recognize this character, and I'll go flip through my old books. Oh, there he is.
It's this guy.
5 years later, I figure it out. You know.
Yeah.
And now Vertigo's no more. Rest in
long live Black Label. Drink some whiskey with your comics. Yeah. Let's see here. What else?
Notify me with the ones I
can read. Andy Muschietti, director of It and It Chapter 2, which I'm really looking forward to, by the way, is in talks to direct the upcoming Flash movie for Warner Brothers. Christine Hodson, screenwriter for Bumblebee and the upcoming Birds of Prey, will pen the script. Oh, you can read this next one, Rose. This one.
I'm down with that, by the way.
That's cool. Yeah, totally.
Can I read it?
Yeah, go.
Attack on Titan's upcoming 4th season has been confirmed to be its last.
Yeah. Aww. So the saga of Attack on Titan is finally drawing to a close. To be fair... What? Sorry?
No, nothing.
Okay. Which makes sense because the last I took a peek at the manga just to see how many volumes there were. I think it was volume 28 said that it was winding up to the conclusion of the story. And to be fair, after their long break between seasons 1 and 2, they have powered through so much material in seasons 2 and 3. I can't imagine there's
time compressed though, so it makes sense.
Like I can't imagine that there's much left. So, yeah.
The manga and a lot of comics in general can be very time compressed. It means some things can happen so quick over just a matter of pages, and it's cosmic level shit. And sometimes 30 pages of 2 people working out their shit, and there's lots of blank, just empty space, and lots of annihilation is very interesting to play with in visual mediums.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, Rosie, I didn't know you were still alive.
Whoa, it's a miracle. She must have challenged death to a game of
poker.
Of poker. I was gonna say Hunger Games in Minecraft, but okay.
Oh yeah, sure.
So she won. Can I turn this down a little bit now?
No.
Oh, fine. All right.
Get close to the mic.
Then I'm reading the next one. Let's see. The Warner Media streaming service has announced a 10-episode animated prequel series to the 1980s classic Gremlins. I'm actually pretty stoked about this. The series synopsis is as follows. In Gremlins, Secret of the Mogwai, we travel back to 1920s Shanghai to reveal the story of how 10-year-old Sam Wing, who is the future shop owner Mr. Wing in the 1984 movie, met the young Mogwai called Gizmo. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, Gizmo's really old then. That's cool.
Gizmo is really old, yeah. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I think it's from the rest of the synopsis, which Raptor didn't include there, but the rest of the synopsis, it sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon adventure series.
I'm excited,
Which to me is perfect because it's based on a series or a movie from 1984, which would have been right smack dab in the middle of that era. So why not do a show that could have been a show tie-in back then? You know, that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
And if I were making that show, I would literally try to make it look like an 80s cartoon.
Oh, yes, please. I would love that.
G.I. Joe, Cops, like
Johnny Quest, something like that, yeah. Thundercats, whatever, right? Anything along those lines.
There's 2 that I really want to read.
Yeah, I know you probably want to read the next one. Okay, so read the next one here, Rose.
Oh, I didn't even read that. The Legendary Pictures one?
Yes, read this one.
Legendary Pictures has announced the Pacific Rim anime will run for 2 seasons, with the first dropping next year. This will be a joint production between Legendary and Polygon Pictures, responsible for the Godzilla anime trilogy, Transformers, Prime, etc., with Craig Kyle and Greg Johnson.
So it's probably CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Writers on Wolverine and the X-Men and X-Men Evolution as the anime showrunners.
So, yeah, there's a Pacific
Those are good
Rim,
shows, by the way.
There's a Pacific Rim anime coming. 2 seasons on Netflix.
The question on Netflix, as I say, where's it going to be? But you didn't answer my question. Excellent. I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Rosie, if you want a really cool show, you might want to check out the new Ultraman show if you haven't already.
Actually, I don't know if it's. I'm assuming it's Netflix because the Godzilla series was
Netflix.
too. So yeah, and I guess they have a deal with Legendary.
You should check out Rosie. You should check out the new Ultraman show on Netflix if you haven't already. It's a really good show.
Okay, actually, that's one I'd like to check out too.
Can I read the next one?
Yes. Akira.
Where? Oh. Akira creator...
Katsuhiro Otomo.
Yeah. Who also directed the seminal 1988 adaptation, will spearhead a new anime series for Bandai Namco's Sunrise that continues the story of the cyberpunk classic.
I don't think it's a continuation, though. I think it's actually just a new adaptation.
I hope it's either one. I'm super stoked. Oh my goodness.
Well, especially the Katsuhiro Otomo involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Not an anime fan if you don't crave more Akira story.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's just
unbelievable. This guy calls himself an anime fan and doesn't want more Akira stories.
Like I know a lot of people I just as long as the original creators involved, with most properties, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. The stewards of the property are here. It's okay. Even if it's terrible, it's at least what the director intended. I hope, Even if I don't like it, I don't have to like the original or whatever.
So, I take this with a grain of salt because I feel like we've heard this before.
Can I read it?
No. In an interview with GQ magazine, Quentin Tarantino revealed that he is considering stepping away from directing films shortly after the release of his next film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think when it comes... Yeah, exactly. This is why I said I take it with a grain of salt. I think
about this movie, he said this before.
Okay. I think when it comes to theatrical movies, I've come to the end of the road, Tarantino explained. I see myself writing film books and starting to write theater, so I'll still be creative. I just think I've given all I have to give to movies. What this means for his future R-rated Star Trek film is anyone's guess.
So, well, he's written it. He didn't say he's going to direct it.
Yeah. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Everyone assumed he's going to direct it.
This guy says he's a Star Wars fan,
I
but
wanted
he
to do
doesn't
his
even
own...
have the Ewok movies. Those are the best ones. How can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't have the original Ewok movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do this one.
Hmm?
If you want. This one.
The 23rd film.
Yes.
The 24th.
20. You just said 23rd. The 27,000th film.
The 23rd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Spider-Man Far From Home, and A24's newest horror venture,
Midsummer.
Midsummer, both hit theaters this week.
There you go.
Midsummer is supposed to be apparently really fucking good.
Yes. Now this is pretty big news in comic book news.
I want to read the next one.
Okay, after 16 years and 193 issues, Robert Kirkman has decided to end the Walking Dead comic series he helped create.
Thank merciful Christ.
He announced it after it had already been printed and was ready to be
Yeah.
ordered.
Yeah.
Like it's like he didn't tell anybody until last minute.
Right.
And everyone's like,
It's
why
not-
didn't he wait 7 more issues? Well, because that would mean he had to actually write 12 more issues because he have to make another volume.
Yeah.
I think he could have just done 7 more issues and then like do a bunch of behind the scenes material for the last
Make it
volume.
an even 200, yeah.
That's just me.
So, as far as the Walking Dead compendiums go, it's probably the most affordable way to get them. They're the big phone book size volumes. So I guess that they've had 48 issues per volume for the first 3. So I guess the 4th volume will now be the last with 49 issues instead of 48.
Mm-hmm.
So, and maybe some behind the scenes stuff, I don't know. I only had the first volume. I really want to pick I need to get that one again, and I want to get the others.
First 14 volume trade paperbacks.
So you got like half of them, basically.
Yep.
I guess.
I'll probably get the other half at some point.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point,
But,
fans are like, I don't care about the series anymore. I'll be able to pick them up pretty cheap at some point.
There you go. I feel betrayed because it ended.
No.
Okay.
It's been 10 years. I haven't read these. I'm going to get rid of them. Like, sweet. Now I can finally read it.
Now it's been devalued. Thank you, butthurt fans.
And apparently the ending of 193 is very fitting, and my friend cried. So, you know.
Wow. Excellent. Well, I mean, it's honestly, it's a
It
great
wasn't
series.
sad. The journey was over with.
I really enjoyed I only read the first compendium, so I've read the first 48 issues, and I really thought it was fantastic. It was very good. I just powered through it in a couple of days. Huh?
We basically read the same amount.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess so.
Oh, yeah.
So it was. Yeah, I really liked it, and I definitely want to read the rest. I actually found it interesting seeing how the comic and show differ, like how they went down different paths, and I like that in an adaptation. Like, surprise me a little bit, do something. I mean, because mediums are different, and they all have their own strengths and weaknesses, and so it's. I like that.
Kirkman says in a lot of ways the show was the way he would have done it if he had another crack at some of the characters.
Yeah, so he liked some of the alternate takes there.
Yeah, he liked the Herschel in the show better than he wrote Herschel. Like, he liked certain performances better than, because some of those characters are completely different than the ones in the comics.
Yeah.
Completely. Vastly different.
And some only exist in one or the other.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. That's the other thing. Sometimes it's like, oh, I wish we had some of that character here or that, like.
I know the one that often surprises people who aren't familiar with the comics is Daryl. Daryl is entirely an invention of the show. He's not in the comics at all. So, can you imagine The Walking Dead with no Daryl?
Now, he
Well,
didn't
that's the
say
comics.
there's any spin-off. He's just done writing it, and he's done with one at 193.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. And rumors are spiraling that apparently
Of
Image
course.
may have something to do with that,
Yeah.
and that's why he just decided to fucking end it, because they were like trying to push things to change, or push for him to make some creative change, and instead of changing, because he made a cryptic post about how a lot of artists have to end projects with creative differences, and I'm glad to say I didn't have to. I ended on my own terms. And people are reading to that saying that, oh, he must have decided to just end it instead of kowtowing. I think that's just a bunch of...
I don't think so. I think he just got to a certain point and realized, you know what? I've told the story I set out to tell.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's it.
He's he didn't want to make it to the show at a point where everyone's just I wish he'd just stop.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
bummed.
Stop already. Just end it. God.
Like John Carpenter did the ward, and everyone's like, no, and he's like, okay, I get it, and he changed careers. He went into music, and he's got a burgeoning music career because of it. So,
there you go. Who was that? Who did that?
John Carpenter.
Oh, John Carpenter. Right. Of course.
Yeah. Some people just you're done. You can't. This creative spark's gone or whatever. They don't have it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's.
And you should never create when you force yourself to create like that.
No, you got to do it when it feels right.
Yeah. Always.
Rosie, you wanted to read the next one?
Mac.
Well, hold on.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, I gotta subscribe. Forgot about that. So.
Thanks for the follow or the hosting. Skinslip. It's like as soon as she opened her mouth. Wow, death is so dramatic. All right, I think you can read it now. Safely, hopefully.
Matt Groening, creator of The Simpsons, Futurama, and Netflix's Disenchantment, has announced the creation of a brand new publishing company, Bapper Books. His last comic company, Bongo Comics, wrapped up last year after 25 years of production.
Oh, yeah. You just made it. Thanks for the follow. Well, I don't recall if I knew that Bongo Comics had wrapped up. That's interesting. You have a few like the first 4 compendiums of like the best of the Simpsons comics, and I've read some of them. They were really good, actually. I thought they really captured the flavor of the shows quite nicely.
I know what I'm gonna do for pickups now. It's not the Simpsons books.
Okay.
Something else.
I like that they also did.
I have so many pickups, by the way.
Oh,
I like
great.
that they also did like Itchy and Scratchy comics and
Krusty the Clown. I have Krusty the Clown like #1, I think.
Bartman. They did a Bartman.
They had a Bartman comic. They actually had Radioactive Man comics, which I thought was wonderfully meta, because of course he's a comic in the show, and now he's a comic in the comic, and he's also a comic.
I mean, and there were some really, really good stuff in there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was that.
They would do like a Halloween Hullabaloo compilation every Halloween.
I was gonna say I was that kid watching The Simpsons and really, really wanted some kind of standalone Itchy and Scratchy something.
Yeah.
You know,
they're there.
Comics its own show. Like I would love like Netflix to pick up like.
I'm not. I'm picking and choosing.
All right.
Like a Tom and Jerry-esque Itchy and Scratchy adult version.
I'm not doing all of these.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Yes. Well, I mean that's what it's supposed to be a parody of.
Where's my spin-off series about the actors who play Itchy and Scratchy? Like you see them walk off screen and they take their heads off and you're like, what? They're like actually actors inside, so they actually get like mauled somehow.
Oh yeah.
Get replicated and get some really dark like. Anyway, sorry, I got off track. Let's go. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Now you'll actually know what's going on in those.
Went down a hole. That happens. Sometimes you walk in the dark and you fall in the hole.
Our whole Saturday Night Insanities are rabbit holes.
Pretty much.
Just
yeah.
Big gaping holes.
I got a lot of holes.
And finally, a couple of things. Mad Magazine will apparently cease publishing new issues starting in October. But it isn't all bad news, says Raptor, as future editions will feature newer covers with vintage material inside. So basically, they're I heard that they're going to continue publishing new material until August, and then they're going to just do reprints until they fulfilled all their subscription requirements.
And that's a wrap.
And then that's a wrap, yeah. So, I mean, to be fair, I mean, this is, like, Mad Magazine has actually ceased publication before, and they just recently brought it back. Like, I was in the supermarket the other day with Rose, and I saw the latest issue on the stands. It's issue number 8. So, it had actually ended a while ago. So, this was their attempt to bring it back in print form, and I guess it just hasn't sold enough to be viable, sadly.
We're just not in, like, this is... Well, it's trying to bring back something that just doesn't fit a modern society.
You can't do it in the current model. Like, Fangora's smart. They're doing direct sales to the website. So,
yeah.
You want, and to brick and mortar can buy,
yeah, like I said,
right?
For something like that,
comic
you can't really do.
Go for comic shops now, or independent magazine suppliers. A few of those still exist, I'm sure. And then you go to the website and you can order the issues that way. And then that's how Mad Magazine would have to do it. What they should do is just go to, we'll spend 3 months collecting material at a budget rate, and then we put that out and we sell them, and then that dictates how much we can spend on the next issue. You just one issue at a time, 3-4 issues a year.
Yeah. I was gonna say the whole magazine rack at the supermarket thing just doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
It's
all
big
now.
fashion, I guess.
It's unfortunate because I like having I liked purchasing magazines every month. My favorite gaming magazines or genre magazines or whatever. But yeah, I found that I think the last magazines I bought were the Frankenstein 200th anniversary specials that came out last year. And that's it. That's literally the only magazine I bought in probably 5 years.
Actually, not too long ago, I was looking at picking up a copy of Retro Gamer magazine, and I went to see what the year subscription was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $499.
Jesus.
Fuck
Wow.
off. This is why magazines are dead.
Yeah.
They're trying to squeeze out any last little bit of profit out of it by charging ridiculous. I mean, they were talking like
out the
$30, $40 for 3 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's 3 issues.
Yeah, $10 magazines is not that uncommon, actually.
$10 an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not uncommon. There's a Life magazine retrospective on Godzilla right now that I really want, but I can't. I don't have any place to have it.
Life magazine is a good example. They found a model that I think has worked really well, where Life magazine used to be a monthly or a weekly magazine. Like, it used to come out really frequently, and it was this big, oversized magazine on, better than newsprint quality paper with like beautiful photos and everything.
Good stuff.
They were one of the magazines, like National Geographic is noted for its photos. Life magazine was another one that was noted for its photos, just of different, stuff, more pop culture things. So they found that the regular magazine was no longer sustainable. So the past, decade or so, what they've been doing is specials that focus on a specific niche topic. So, like, for example, the Frankenstein one I picked up gives you the history of Frankenstein. The Godzilla one you're talking about. See, now those ones, I can happily plunk down $10 for, because it's a special.
Star Wars one.
It's a special. It's got lots of content about that specific topic that I'm interested in. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's a premium item, and that's how Life magazine has sustained themselves.
Another $10-12, by the way.
Is by doing these specials. Like, every couple of months, they'll put out a new one, some anniversary of some celebrity or some franchise, or some whatever. And it's good stuff. It's still the same quality articles and photos that the original magazine had, but it's just more focused on specific things, which I think is a really good idea. And it's kept them afloat, Oh,
yeah. Because growing up, I was a avid Boys Life reader.
Yeah.
So, and I had Boys Life mags for, at least a decade.
Yeah.
But I remember those were, like I said, for me, that's why it's so shocking to see something like Retro Gamer going for $500 a year.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I come from the generation where magazines were like 75 cents an issue.
Yeah, same here.
Where it was like $25-$30 for a year.
Magazines have been $10 for like 5 to 8 years now. Regularly. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You sound crazy, but that's because the.
I know, and like I said, and that's why I say these are. I'm coming from someone from when I was a kid. I'm talking, early '90s,
like
where.
Yeah, well, comics. Magazines are generally about $2 then, $2-3 back then.
Yeah.
So, it depends on the magazine.
Like, I would buy Starlog magazine pretty regularly, and it was usually about $3, $3 or $4.
Like, if it was like a Boys Life or some wide publication, something that just had millions upon millions.
I find Fangoria
be
like $7 a pop in 1998.
Yeah, they'd be like 75 cents to $1 an issue because they didn't need to charge any more than that.
Yeah.
But smaller publications, the more niche stuff, it was probably $2, $3, $4 an issue.
Like, when I was a kid collecting comics in the 80s, comics were like 65, 75 cents. And then it was like $2 for a double issue or an annual. And then a graphic novel, like a big magazine-sized, glossy paper, beautiful graphic novel, which is like $20 now, was like $5. $5 was the premium price,
Yeah.
And now it's like a regular issue of a comic is $5. You know, between $4 and $5. So back in my day,
well, like I was gonna say,
you get 10 pounds of candy for a nickel.
So famous monsters filming, they're like 12.
Uphill both ways in the snow to get it.
They're like $12 to $25 an issue now, but they're special retrospective issues. So like they have a Godzilla Archives, Archives issue, and it's like 130 pages or something. It's like a big fucking volume. You're basically buying a book.
Yeah,
I finally have
articles from and new stuff from famous films.
I finally have a series, a comic book series that has caught my interest, and I'm actively looking for all the issues.
Oh,
and that is Godzilla in Hell.
Okay, yeah, Godzilla in Hell.
Good stuff. I've got digitals of that from a Humble Bundle, but yes.
I used to have. I used to have an almost complete run of the late 70s or mid to late 70s Marvel Godzilla comic. The one where it was like basically Godzilla versus Dum Dum Dugan and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It was Spider-Man. It came by the Avengers in that one issue.
It was ridiculous, and I loved it.
My favorite issue of that is a crossover with Devil Dinosaur, which is the first issue I picked up from a $1 bin in the 90s.
Nice.
I randomly
what the fuck is a Godzilla from the Marvel? Oh my god! You know.
Yeah, I had randomly run across this YouTube video talking about Godzilla in Hell, a comic book with no words, and I'm like, what? And so it was this whole in-depth review that this guy did, talking about every page and explaining what was going on, and it was so interesting. The artwork was amazing on it, and I just loved this concept of it, of just I think it's like a 6 or 7 issue long run.
8, I think. But yeah, it's
very short. It's very short.
One paperback volume.
Yeah, and I just liked the idea of this quick story of just Godzilla romping through hell, and like, not even hell could stop him.
Yeah,
you know. And
it's apparently very good.
It is, from what I've seen just from the first issue, it is really, really good. An amazing storytelling for no words. You know.
I remember a few comics that they did that back in the 80s.
There was a whole monthly crossover in the 2000s that did that too.
The first time I remember seeing an issue like that was an issue of G.I. Joe, which was it was all focused on it was a Snake Eyes story, and the whole thing was
a silent interlude, by the way.
Silent interlude. That was, I knew it was silent something.
There's a sequel called Another Silent Interlude.
Yeah, and what it was Snake Eyes doing Snake Eyesy stealthy things. And the whole story was told without words. It was all visual.
I think it was a Marvel crossover, and a bunch of across the line, a bunch of single issues did that.
Yeah.
No words type issues.
There was a few, yeah, but
I think homage to that, like a decade after that.
Silent Interlude, I think, was one of the first times that had been done in comics, and it was kind of historically notable at the time. I remember making a lot of news, but. There was also one, it wasn't completely silent, but it was all splash pages. Every single page was a splash page. And that was an issue of The Incredible Hulk by John Byrne. It was going to be part of the Scourge crossover story that was going on at the time. But for whatever reason, they decided not to do it. It just didn't quite fit into the continuity, I guess, of his main storyline.
So good, it did its own thing.
So what they did was they published it later as an issue of Marvel Fanfare, which I have. Which is nice, because Marvel Fanfare was a premium format comic on glossy paper. So we actually got it in much nicer quality than it would have been if it had been published as part of the regular newsprint Hulk comic at the time. So
I think it was given that specifically to give that story room and space to be its own thing.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right as part of the regular story.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, it didn't really fit into his because he had his own storyline going. He only did 6 issues of Hulk, but it was 6 fantastic issues.
Very notable issues.
Which were really good. And
highly regarded.
Yeah. Sorry.
Before Byrne went crazy.
Sorry, what was that, sweetie?
What are you talking about?
We're talking about comics. As you were reading your comic.
But yeah, I had lost my thought.
We're talking about John Byrne, Incredible Hulk.
No.
Before he went crazy.
Oh yeah, he's crazy right winger.
Just stories that are just art, no words, all splash pages, Marvel fanfare.
Oh, I was gonna say I have a complete run of the of Godzilla Dark Horse series from the '90s.
Oh, okay.
I keep seeing those
Which
popping up on eBay.
is probably the best Godzilla ever. Like, it's so true to like Godzilla Heisei, like the lore, and it's like he's facing no Toho. They
want my coffee?
an era when Toho licensed every monster separately, and so every monster in this is a new
Do you
creature.
want some
and
coffee?
It's like, there's some
Like-
really cool creature designs. It's just good shit.
Here's your water
And
over there.
it's in continuity with Godzilla Color Special. So. And that black and white Godzilla Special, the one where he's chasing all the monsters are heading for that weird beacon thing.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, that's all in the Dark Horse continuity.
So, in other news, we need to talk about this one because the internet is losing their minds. So Disney's doing yet another live-action movie adaptation of one of their beloved animated classics, namely The Little Mermaid. And they announced who's going to be playing Ariel. And, oh my god, it's an actress of color. So, the internet needs to be stupid, apparently, and protest this.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Some of the arguments I see are, well, the original Ariel was a redheaded white person. Oh my god, really? We'll just wait 30 seconds.
Would you please stop saying that?
I really need to make that clip like 5 seconds long. Like, seriously, I did not expect it to get used that much. Anyway, I just have it go, evil! Done. Anyway, so people are complaining that, oh, the original Ariel was white and red hair and blah, blah, blah. No, actually, the original Ariel had, like, brown or black hair from the original story.
Black.
And she dies at the end! So, fuck you! Anyway.
Spoilers!
Yeah. She has a choice of either dying and becoming sea foam or killing the love of her life, i.e. the prince, to remain alive. And, well, she doesn't want to kill the prince, so she dies for love.
And becomes
I'd rather kill him. He's annoying.
Okay, well, there you go. Rosie has spoken. So anyway, but it's funny, some of the arguments I see, well, I'm so sick of this SJW bullshit being rammed down our throats and, you know, changing things just to satisfy political correctness and whatnot. Like, if they went and changed Mulan into a white girl, you would see a lot of protesting of that. How is this any different?
In every way.
Well, first off, Mulan... Mulan is... Well, and I'm turning Pocahontas into a white girl. Blah, 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 blah. How is that any different? Yeah, how it's different is Pocahontas is a Native American girl, and her story is about Native American culture. Therefore, you would have a Native American actress. They would not make her white in that case. In the case of Mulan, it's a Chinese character about Chinese culture and Chinese history steeped in Chineseness. So yes, it will be a Chinese actress. Ariel is a mermaid.
She represents the culture of mermaids.
In fact, if you go and watch your beloved Disney classic, you'll notice she has a black mermaid friend.
She does?
Yes. So,
I needed some cheese.
it may have been in the TV series. But anyway, her culture is mermaid, i.e. fictional character, i.e. can be whatever the fuck they want. It doesn't matter. There are mermen, too. How would they just gender swap Ariel? Ariel can be a boy's name, too, you know. In fact, the way Ariel is spelled in the Little Mermaid Disney movie is the boy spelling of Ariel.
Ariel?
Yeah, Ariel, the girl version, is with 2 L's and an E at the end. Ariel. So, yeah.
So, Ariel.
So, anyway, the internet's losing their mind like the racist fucktards they are. And
like 80% of them have no idea what being a social justice warrior even is.
No, they just don't get
like
it.
Feminism,
it's like,
you know, like anything else.
And I mean, who cares? I mean,
they bat around that word.
You know what the criteria is for an actress to play Ariel, the fictional mermaid character in The Little Mermaid? Are you pretty? And can you sing? Oh, and can you act? Yes? Cool. You're in. And that's it. And quite frankly, the girl they got, Halle Bailey, is it? Everybody's saying
Halle Bailey.
Trying not to say Halle Berry because the names are very similar, but no, it's Halle Bailey.
Very first, I'm like, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah,
old, but okay.
That's what I thought it was at first. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I was like, what?
No, there's a whole joke about it, all memes everywhere.
Yeah,
and Photoshop. Then,
yeah, but this Halle Bailey, young, beautiful actress, who's part of a singing duo apparently, and apparently has an amazing voice. Cool. I think she looks beautiful, and I can't wait to see what they do. And I mean, if red hair is the thing, you can dye her hair red. Like, did you not see Titans? They made the black girl's hair purple in that. So there you go.
Gingers exist in all races.
Yes.
Ask proud.
There you go.
We're the fucking aliens, guys.
But so anyway, it's stupid, and people. And the thing was, I saw this.
Maori now instead of being a white guy. No one complained.
Which one?
No, Aquaman's a Maori now, even though he's a white person, and no one complained because it's a guy. Because you know.
Nick Fury. Nick Fury. Hello.
Yeah, Nick Fury.
Like classic Nick Fury in the '60s was a white guy.
What?
Yeah. When they did the Ultimates comics in the late '90s, early 2000s, they changed it to the black bald guy, and then that's the version that was in the movies.
They changed it to Samuel Jackson. Actually, it was designed after Samuel Jackson originally.
Oh, it was okay. Well,
perfect casting, which is why
there you go.
That's the best casting ever.
That's even more perfect then. But nobody complained there.
That's why Jessica Alba was who she was.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nobody complained then, and then I see the argument being, well, no, of course not, because that was the Nick Fury that I saw, and the only Nick Fury I was familiar with. It's like, okay, well, there's going to be some little girl of color who is going to see this live-action version of Little Mermaid, and that will be her Little Mermaid. Not necessarily, and even other little girls not of color. That will be their Little Mermaid, because that'll be the first one they see.
And that's okay, guys.
And that is okay. Because kids before Disney, the Little Mermaid they knew was the Hans Christian Andersen one who killed herself for love and turned into sea foam at the end.
And I think she was blonde.
And they probably went to see the movie and were like, what the fuck is this watered down shit? I don't want my kids seeing this. I'm going to show them the real Little Mermaid. You know?
I want them to turn Flounder into... I really want them to turn clownfish into Flounder into a clownfish, because I just want people I want them to race swap fish. I want them to turn Sebastian into a lobster. I really want them to fuck with these people.
I just want
all these
a live action Little Mermaid, and all it is stock footage of that really fugly ass fish with a big dangly thing in the front. That
Angler fish.
Yeah, angler fish. Thank you.
What do you think, Flounder?
Nothing. I think it's okay.
I can't talk with all this taste in my mouth.
Sebastian is a lobster.
It should talk like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Sebastian is a blue lobster.
A blue lobster.
People are because they're oblivious to the racism.
Yeah, there's another.
They think they're not racist. But it's like, they think they're not racist, and that's the worst kind of racist because they're just so ignorant that don't even realize they're ignorant.
Well,
it's like a stupid person who is stupid.
Here's the thing: there was a perfect tweet that began with the age-old favorite. I'm not racist, but
which means, you're about to say that. What you're about to say is racist.
Yes,
period.
Exactly.
I
says the person who's about to say something racist. But what it was is, I just wish Disney wouldn't do these unnecessary changes and just kept Ariel like the real one. Please sign my petition to send to Disney to... It was actually literally a petition to have Ariel be white with red hair, and... 1,200 plus racists had signed it at the time that I looked at it. Although
not all were racist. Some people were just dumb.
Actually, a lot of people signed it just so they could leave a comment and say, "Wow, this is stupid," and you are racist.
Yeah,
but
not everyone who signed it is also who believes that is even think racist. They're just dumb and don't realize that's a racist thought, right?
Yeah.
Here's another mind-blowing thing to just kill your inner child.
Yeah.
Kill your inner child. If that killed your inner child, you had to kill
No, I was gonna say, Sebastian the crab?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's red, right?
Yeah.
The dead crabs that are cooked.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Death of your inner child.
Reminds me of a GIF I saw the other day of a crab in a kitchen. Right? It got loose. I was just like, it's like trying to run away, and it's like hops across the counter and then flops right into the deep fryer.
That was on our Discord and shit.
I've actually seen the audio, the one with sound.
Oh yeah.
And it plays at the very end. It leaps in and starts playing the end of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh.
Oh God.
It does the dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's the perfect thing to play.
The perfect escape, yeah.
I gotta what does the new Ariel look like?
Huh?
What does the new Ariel look like?
I thought you'd seen. Hold on a second. I put it on my Facebook here.
I haven't even seen the trailer.
Oh, well, there isn't a trailer yet. There isn't a trailer yet.
There
is not. They only just cast the role. They haven't even started filming yet.
Okay.
I will say my favorite meme related to this, though, was just somebody who's saying, like, they're pointing out that the whole thing of people being hypocritical about it, right?
Yeah.
People saying, well, I just wish they would stop changing characters to be a different ethnicity just because of political correctness or whatever. And then it literally shows a picture of Jesus Christ with a black guy.
Oh, yeah.
With a what?
Oh, I was gonna say also in terms of fairy tales, changing ethnicity. What about The Wiz, the musical version of The Wiz, starring Diana Ross and Michael Jackson and Richard Pryor from back in the day? It was great. It was fun. And there was the version of Cinderella from the '90s, starring what's her face? Not Brittany. Bailey. No. What the hell was her name? She had a sitcom. Brandy. That's who it was. Brandy.
Oh, I was about to say Britney Spears.
No, it wasn't Britney Spears.
Then we would have hated it for other reasons. I was like,
there we are. Hold on a second.
But
there. Yeah. See, like, I just bring up the picture for Rose here. It's like I think she looks like a mermaid.
Yeah.
Like I think she's beautiful. So. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. She looks like a mermaid.
People are dumb. So I posted the article on the Facebook, and it was on July 4th. I said I posted it on the Facebook because I felt like watching some fireworks early. So, was not disappointed.
There's the one I posted in shitpost.
Which one?
Someone doing a Twitter post, and it said Kylie Jenner is the Ariel we all deserved.
Oh,
Bill Nye responds, "There's already enough plastic in the ocean."
Oh yeah.
Wait, I want to see.
Oh, is Bill Nye responded? That's great. Yeah.
I mean, it probably wasn't actually Bill Nye, but I just like that they probably photoshopped in Bill Nye.
Yeah. There we go. All right, so pickups. No,
pickups.
Oh, wait a minute. Is there video game news this week?
Not really, no.
Okay, pickups.
That's still that
what?
Post
what about Cyberpunk?
There's nothing new about it. It's not coming out yet. It's coming out in like 6 months. Anyway,
Can I do my stuff?
you want to do your pickups first?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Rosie would like to do her pickups.
I have one last thing to say about.
Okay, hold on.
Mermaid, and
Yeah.
that was. These are the same people who think that Jesus was white.
Yeah, we mentioned that.
Oh yeah, we.
Oh,
we've
I'm
been-
sorry. I was not the one taking a piss. So
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
Like,
It's
Jesus.
hilarious.
He's from the Middle East. Sorry. Okay.
Well,
I
it's
was all
also I'll add another thing. It's the Star Wars thing all over again. How people complain that Force Awakens was too much like the old Star Wars, so they should do something different and be original. So then they did something different and original in The Last Jedi, and then they complained about that. So this is the same thing where people are complaining that the remakes are too much like the old ones, just shot for shot. They're not doing anything different or original. So it's like, okay, let's cast a beautiful young black actress as Ariel. It's like, what? Well, that's not the kind of different we wanted. We want it the same. Like,
Yeah, no, there's always that vocal minority. They just want to argue.
yeah,
It's
pretty
their own-
much.
These people are they work jobs they hate, and the only attention they get in their life because their partner ignores them or they don't have a partner,
Yeah.
is to fucking shout at things on the internet.
Yeah.
The only way they get
Pretty
attention.
much.
They don't know how to get attention any other way.
Other
They're
than
just very sad people.
negativity.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't feel. You should just feel sad for them.
Yeah, I do usually,
It's just I feel really sad because they're probably very lost in their lives,
or mildly
and not in a
annoyed.
healthy like knowing you're lost. They're lost and they don't know why.
Yeah.
They live quiet lives of desperation.
So,
Anyway,
pickups.
sorry. Yeah.
Now, Rosie didn't get anything new this week, but she wanted to do a bit of a show and tell of some
Don't
of
call
her.
it that anymore. I'm not 6.
What?
Don't call it that. I'm not.
Well, we still
6.
call it. We still call it that. Like on the Discord, all of us adult men and women, we have. Where the hell is it?
Down.
We call it show and tell.
Down.
There it is. Show and tell. It's literally the name of the forum where we show things new or old or interesting.
Fine, let me go then.
So-
I'll wait for everybody to get back.
Oh, right.
I'm right here. I'm
He's
petting my
there.
cat. Say hi. I'm petting my cat. So.
Oh, okay. He's playing with his cat.
I'll be right around in 1 second.
Okay.
He's the queen.
Just look at his shelf here. See what he's got there.
Himself, actually. Here's all my Intervision titles. These are my rare.
Lady Street Fighter.
Nice.
Oh, I was just
Boogie
looking
Vision.
at
It's actually this is getting a Blu-ray. This is getting replaced by a AGFA Blu-ray.
Nice.
Plus,
Very nice.
there's a sequel to this movie that was never released before that Blu-ray. So,
Lady Street Fighter.
actual upgrade.
He has some
Looking
cool
at
movies.
Yeah, he's got lots of indie.
Some I've never even
A
heard
lot of
of.
horror, a lot of cult films and stuff like
I
that.
have 24 pickups, and there's like one thing from Hollywood. So,
Nice.
you're gonna see lots of cult film. We're gonna have a
I
nice little
have-
cult film forum. Sorry for the hold up, guys. I
I
apologize.
have
It's-
6. So, all right. So Rose wanted to show us
Should I
some
start
stuff
with
here.
the more relevant things?
Start
or the
wherever
other
you want.
things?
It's your stuff.
Saw my beard.
All right.
Okay.
Get rid of the beard.
I don't know if anybody was paying attention, but I was actually reading both of these earlier.
I'll just hold this here so it's
Why?
so they can hear you better. Or if you
Okay.
want to lean forward more.
Okay.
Well, not so you're in shadow. And the camera you want to hold it up to is that one. Or I can hold it for you if you want.
This is the first issue of the Sonic the Hedgehog Unleashed series.
Uh-huh.
Well, I have
You have
I
to
have the first and second issues of Sonic the Hedgehog Unleashed,
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
which I've
Can
had.
you show them?
Yeah, show both cameras. Oh, hey, look at
There
that.
you go.
Nice.
And the second one.
Hold on a second. I have to switch this over.
1
Can't
second.
see. There. Okay. So I can see. And then this is the second one here.
Very nice. I like
Very
that cover,
cool.
actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
dig the artwork.
Yeah,
Reference
it's
to
pretty
the
cool.
original cover, right? Or
Hey,
one of the.
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe it's
It's
an
a
advertisement.
reference to the Sonic Adventure.
Oh, that's Sonic Adventure. Thank you. I'm like I recognize it as a
the
reference.
Oh, it's the Sonic Adventure. Yeah, it's the Sonic Adventure reference, but with the Sonic
It's
Unleashed
that,
Sonic.
It's that weird hand growing out from underneath his.
Yeah. Yes. All right. What else you got?
The
Right, yep.
special collector's edition Sonic Universe Volume 1.
Ah, yes, Sonic Universe.
Special
Number 1.
Collector's Edition.
This is like a side series they did of their own sort of mini story arcs.
Special Collector's
Sonic
Edition.
Characters. Yeah, this is the first issue.
Shadow and Tails.
Special Collector's Edition.
Yeah, yes, because it's the first issue. They always say that on the first issue.
Welcome to collecting comic books, Rosie.
Yeah.
They all say that.
They all say that when it's the first issue.
Just so we're clear.
See, get that one there.
Sonic Universe Spark of Life number 1.
I see a Munchkin advertisement. It's a great game.
Oh.
It's a really great game.
With the Links girl, web links.
Links girl, web links. Oh, web links variant. Okay, actually, some of these are variant covers, so they probably even more
that's cool.
collector's
And
items than the regular.
Variant covers might actually be collector's items.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, she's very rogue-like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saving the coolest one for last.
Okay.
I have the first American comic book appearance of Doctor Who.
Yes, this was a gift from Daddy, of course.
Hey, I have that.
So this is issue number 57 of Marvel Premiere, which features the first couple parts of the Iron Legion, which is really good. And you'll like this. Lego, classic Lego ad on the back.
That's the model team stuff, isn't it? At the bottom there?
That is...
Can't
tell.
No. I would say in big letters if it was model team. It probably isn't then.
And didn't you have a second issue of that? No, I mean of Doctor Who. I thought you had a second Doctor Who issue.
Yeah, I had that issue of Doctor Who also. The only one I have was the Marvel Premiere appearances. But
Oh, okay.
I bought a lot as an LOT.
What's on the bottom?
Of random Marvel Premiere issues because it had a few issues I was looking for. And that was part of it. Because most of Marvel Premiere has not been reprinted. If anyone's curious.
And she also has this one, which is issue 59.
Cool.
Which is the first part of City of the Damned. It's good stuff.
I definitely don't
I
have
have 2 more.
2 more, and this is actually relevant to a movie we watched recently.
Oh, really?
So you probably want to check those out.
I don't know if I have issue number 1, but I have issues number 2 and...
I will check and see if I have an extra copy.
Okay.
And if I do, you will have issue number 1 as well.
Okay.
Aww. So sweet.
I have issues number 2 and 3 of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
Oh.
There we go. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I want issue 10, I think.
8. I know the one you're
8.
talking about.
Yeah.
8, 9, and 10 are actually a story arc. It starts
Yeah,
with
yeah.
But this, interesting to note, this is written and drawn by Jack Kirby. So this is his take on the 2001 mythos, and he did 10 issues, 7 of which are tied into the story and universe of the movie.
And the likelihood of it ever getting reprinted since Warner Brothers owns the Kubrick rights probably slim to nil.
Yeah.
But you never know. You never know.
You never know.
And the 3rd issue of 2001: A Space Odyssey. He took the road to conquest and found the stars.
Like if it had been published by DC Comics, we would have already had like a full color reprint.
Probably, yeah. The thing is, I mean, it could. Well, I guess it could have been up to the first 7 issues, but issue 8 was where he introduced Machine Man. So,
yes. Which is one of my favorite characters, Aaron.
And there's some, and I'm guessing that's why those issues weren't included in the recent complete Machine Man issue book as well.
Right here, in fact.
Is simply because they were 2001: A Space Odyssey tie-ins, so they didn't include them.
No, I think Halle makes an appearance maybe, and that's about it.
It's unfortunate because.
Here's that volume, by the way.
Yes, so that has everything except those 3. 2001 issues.
It's really weird stuff too.
It's pretty strange, yeah.
But Kirby got to do some weird stuff with the.
But yeah, it was actually partly the comics of 2001 that made me more deeply appreciate the movie. was because the comics go into more about what the monolith is and what it's doing by guiding the evolution of all these different characters and stuff. And I really liked Kirby's take on it. And so when I went back and watched the movie again a few years later, I was like, oh, okay. A lot of things make more sense now. And then, yeah. It's also just a really fun series if you're a fan of the movie. There was also Marvel Treasury he did that was the adaptation of the movie. He also, he wrote and drew a full adaptation of the movie, too.
Oh, you kind of need that, though, don't you?
That's something I really need. I actually held it in my hand in a comic shop one day and did not buy it because I'm an idiot. So...
Well, now you will never make that mistake again.
Now I need to get it one of these days. And I need to reacquire issue 8. I used to have a solid run of 1 through 10, but...
you can get...
Yeah.
You can get most issues reader grades for, less than $20.
It's
okay?
pretty...
But the Treasury is $50 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Most of the series is pretty cheap. If you want to get it. I gather they had a pretty high print run. It's just issue 8 that's the expensive one because it's the first appearance of Machine Man.
His beloved character now. Thanks, Warren Ellis, you asshole.
But even, but even then, it's not that expensive. It's perfectly affordable. Just, don't go from some scalper dealer that charges out the ass for it. But I'll get it one of these days.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah. But I definitely recommend the series, just generally. It's I bought it one year. I didn't even know it existed. I just went to a comic shop one year when I was spending the summer with my grandparents, and I found it there in the back issue bin. I'm like, oh, they did a 2001 comic, and it was pretty cheap at the time, so I just grabbed all 10 issues, and read it.
For the,
and read it at my grandparents, and loved it. So.
Yeah, it's only $40 for the number 8. That's not bad for a reader copy. It's not good. It's very fine.
9 or 10 Sabrina incarnations up to Netflix. Wow, I'm still in the middle of watching season 1 of Sabrina. I've just finished episode 5, I believe. So I'm halfway through season 1. Come on, up. Come on. You tired? Did you want to go to bed? You don't have to stay right to the end of the show.
No.
We're gonna be going for a little while yet.
So.
Alright, well you can't be clinging to my arm the whole time. You gotta sit up. Come on.
Let me go grab my blanket in case I pass out.
Alright. She starts snoring, well, we'll know why.
I want to make fun of her, but it's alright.
Taking the cloak off, too.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Alrighty. So, Stoudman. What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got a few things. I took advantage of the Criterion sale. I only got one, and then the other two are coming when they come out.
What?
Because they...
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Because they announced that they were going to have those on sale as well, the ones that are coming out this month. So
Pre-orders and stuff, yeah.
I got the pre-orders in, ready to go. But I also got this one.
I did not like that movie. I didn't hate it.
I don't know why, because I liked it.
It was very displeased with the outcome of the film, which is upsetting.
Oh.
I kind of like that cover.
No, it's not a bad movie at all. It's not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I didn't like that movie.
No, I wouldn't say it's a problem with the movie. It's just something you didn't like about the movie, you know?
Yeah.
The problem is with you, not with the movie.
It insists.
It insists upon itself.
No, it doesn't. It's a fine movie. I didn't like the movie. I didn't enjoy it. I'm probably not going to watch it again for a while.
I enjoyed it enough that I want it on Criterion, so that's what I did. I got it on Criterion. And then the next one I got is actually part of an Arrow sale that was also taking place from Barnes & Noble. I'm actually glad, even though it's a little bit cheaper on Amazon, I'm glad I got it on Barnes & Noble because it came with the slipcover. So,
ooh,
nice. Children of the Cord.
That's pretty nice.
I have a check disc for that. I'm pretty okay with that.
Is it? Yeah, there you go. It's just like with what Scream Factory does. Nice.
Yeah.
Actually, Arrow's always done that. Always had multiple covers.
This, I checked, is the best it's ever looked. Mm-hmm. So
can confirm. I mean,
perhaps the best it will ever look. and I enjoyed it enough that I wanted it.
Yeah.
I generally, if you watch the special features on that yet,
No.
I've read some stuff and watched some of the special features because I did the check. I used to do check disc Arrow.
Uh-huh.
And I gather that that'll be the best you'll ever see because the elements just aren't there for it.
Mm.
Sometimes movies just get lost
Yeah.
or can't be restored without literally spending thousands and thousands of dollars that no one's going to spend like $1 million to restore Children of the Corn to remove mold or something. And I don't know what it is, like turn brown or whatever it is, right? It takes $1 million sometimes to restore. That's why Criterion takes so long to release some movies, because it takes a lot of money and they have to do it in stages because they're not a large company. I mean, they're large for a Blu-ray company, but they're not a large company overall. You know what I mean? They probably make a couple $1 million a year. And like,
Oh my God, JL.
what?
He's just joking around, but yeah.
Anyway. Sorry. I didn't mean to get into a tirade on your pickups.
No, it's okay. I also took advantage of the Arrow sale. In addition to the one that was 50% off of all their Arrow titles on Barnes & Noble, I also took advantage of the actual Arrow sale.
I did too.
Which was a little bit different this time around because they didn't have they didn't have low prices on everything. They had pretty low prices and then buy one get one on
the equivalent was about $18. So it was about Scream Factory prices for a new release, for a regular release out of the EP. But then it was buy one get one, which is not really that big of a deal. But you got a bunch of other crap too. It was an anniversary thing, so almost everything
difference.
Almost everything
was that everything was £7.50. I believe that's how they said it, right? That's how it used to be in the Arrow sales, and this one it was more £9 for everything.
Yeah.
So there were some titles that were $15 each. So
yes,
that brought it down to $7.
I grabbed some of those, I think. Anyway, no, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
But anyways, I finally got Horror Express.
The second was pretty happy with. But I want to get that for the special features at some point.
I was thinking of getting this.
Nice.
Getting the original release of this on Blu-ray.
Great, by the way.
And then I heard that Arrow was doing this one, and I held off and waited for this one.
Fuck you, Severin deserves money too.
Really?
Perhaps they do, but I love Arrow.
But
yeah, I do want to get that because I really like that movie and I would like to get the special features.
There's been a few releases I noticed both Severin and Arrow have done. Frankenhooker was another one. Basically what I did was I just compared extras, compared transfers, and to me the Arrow version was the superior edition, so I went with that one. So
I haven't got either one yet.
I would probably do the same with Horror Express. Matinee!
I had the Scream Factory release of that, actually.
I got this from Arrow because I'm mad at Scream Factory right now. So.
I got it before I was mad at Scream Factory. So.
Yes, exactly.
I was surprised how much got with Arrow also, to be fair.
It has pretty much the same contents. I think there are some differences, but yeah.
Same master.
I can't move over any further.
It's a studio provided master, so. Yeah.
It's good stuff, so.
It looks good, but it's not going to be archived. It's not going to be referenced.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I got The Apartment. Which I already had the original release from the studios of on Blu-ray. But this has a whole bunch of new special features and a brand new transfer, so...
Yeah.
Just look at old edition in my stack then, sir.
Who did that one again?
All right.
It's Jack Lemmon, Shirley
Jack
MacLaine,
Lemmon.
Fred McMurray.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Introduced that movie to me. That movie was so good.
Directed by Billy Wilder, who also did Sunset Boulevard and
also really good.
Some Like It Hot. Yeah. Billy Wilder was just one of the greatest fucking filmmakers of all.
He really is.
And this is a really good one. That
I don't know if he did a bad movie. I don't think he did. Even his worst movie is a good movie.
I got the stuff.
Yay!
Which I already had the U.S. release of from Arrow, but I got this release so that I can send my copy of the U.S. release to Sean.
Yay!
Because otherwise he would spend hundreds of dollars for it because it's out of print.
It's out of print, and it's also was never a Canada title, so it'd be import and rare.
Yeah. Import and out of print. Cha-ching,
Yeah.
cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
I think for example, like at release it was like 35 Canadian or 40 Canadian or something crazy.
Yeah, it's like you have to buy it, but get it as an import. That's the case with most of the Arrow titles. Some of them show up for a reasonable price.
Depends on the rights, you know.
Yeah, it depends. All right.
They say they buy
That's it, by the way.
the rights for whatever's available. So
Yeah.
if it's available in your country, they'll buy it. You know.
Exactly. Garbage Gamer. Did you get some stuff?
Got a few things here.
I like your little arcade cabinets there.
I know.
I've been watching them as we've been chatting tonight.
You get action figures for each one of them.
That's very
Yeah,
cool.
I know.
So you got there, you got
Joust,
yeah.
Hubert.
Hubert,
Rampage,
yeah.
and this is my Neo Geo Mini, which has the 40
Nice.
Neo Geo titles on it. Right now, it's running Samurai Showdown 2.
Very cool.
I want Rampage. I want it on my shelf right here.
I like that. Yeah.
Right there.
So-
I'd probably get Joust because that's one that Rosie and I really like to play together.
Yeah, these are really, really neat. The only thing I would say, if you're looking for arcade accurate, you know, they look arcade accurate. They are NES on a chip.
I don't really care.
These are the NES versions.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting.
It's
Not
a
what I
display.
would have expected.
Not really-
but, yeah.
Not really a big deal to me, but yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
the Mini is actually the only one that runs the actual arcade. No, actually, no, I take that back. These are the AES versions of
Okay.
No insert.
the Neo Geo. No, it is. So when you start up a game, it comes up with a menu.
Nice.
You choose 1 player, 2 player, select options. You know,
Probably
stuff
like-
you would normally fuck with dip switches on, but you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, like this is one of the few things where the AES versus the MVS versions there's no difference.
Mhm.
Graphically, gameplay, they are identical.
Yes.
So
Just how you start the game.
yeah, it's just how you start the game and whether you hit your coin or not.
Gotcha. Cool.
So the first things I picked up here, I gotta do a screen share here because it's a little over there.
Large and unwieldy.
Yes.
Margin of
Well,
will.
it's attached to something large and unwieldy.
What your mom said last night when I was giving her the salami.
It's so large and unwieldy.
I picked up some new arcade buttons.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of
that.
Neo Geo, I went with the Neo Geo layout and color scheme
Mm-hmm.
with the addition of the black and white buttons.
Very
Kitty.
cool.
So yeah, these are. So I now have full-on commercial grade arcade parts. I have Samitsu sticks from Japan, and the buttons are Suzo Hap with cherry switches. So these things are accurate and precise as fuck. Like,
Really nice.
and also, you know, I've always kind of annoyed me that I had a black joystick, a black playfield, and black buttons.
Oh yeah. Like,
Every
where
time I-
is everything?
Like, where's the buttons?
Trying to
I've
play in
all
the dark.
Drill all that, or is that all pre-drill holes and you just?
I
plugged it-
drilled it myself.
Oh, right on. You could-
Yeah, this is everything you see was drilled and put in by me.
Nice.
So even the trackball, like I said, I left the trackball in because it was also a Hap branded trackball. So
Oh.
like that shit goes for like $90, $100 something dollars. You know, I was like, hey, I got it for free. So yeah, I got these switched out. They work great. So now one of the things that always bugged me was on screen when you played like a Neo Geo title, it would tell you, you know, what the 4 buttons were to do each action, like jump, shoot, throw a
Right.
grenade, or whatever. And it would always say A, B, C, D, and it have the colors:
Right.
red, yellow, green, blue.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I looked at my buttons; they were all black.
There's no letters. You can't use letters.
This
It's just black.
information
yeah.
does not help.
Yes.
So now I have rewired and reprogrammed everything to. So now, when it says, you know, green is throw grenade, it is actually green that throws the grenade.
Excellent.
So the match controls match the play field.
Why not, Kitty?
Very
That was a big thing. So
Now this is
That's
your
a-
full arcade cabinet, right? So it's not.
Yeah,
just
this
Neo
is my
Geo,
full
but it's-
cab.
Yeah.
I can kind of zoom out here. There's
Oh,
the
here
full.
we go.
It's actually playing King of Fighters 2000. Testing it.
Garbage
It always
Gamer
looks
built
dirty
an arcade
because it's
cabinet. It
it's
has a PC in it running piles of different arcade games.
yeah. So here I can actually pull up for Rose here. There's
you
the
go.
full cap.
Yeah, he built that.
And I'll also take a look at the game that's running on it.
Ninja Baseball Batman.
Ninja Baseball Batman.
I didn't want out.
One of the probably one of the best
Fun.
beat 'em up games I've ever played.
The game is awesome, dude.
Nice.
I've
The game
seen
is hilariously awesome.
Uh-huh.
some playthroughs of that.
So
Never actually played
Yeah.
myself. Like you could see, like, just the controls are real tight. And
oh yeah, totally.
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
a big thing about a lot of the fighting games. Sometimes the controls are sluggish as fuck. They're like, oh, it looks great, but it controls like ass.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, this plays like a really really cartoony final fight.
nice.
Oh,
You
good.
know, and it's just super tight. You
So-
know, just
Is it toy?
So you got the
Toy.
buttons. Anything else?
got the buttons. What?
Did you get anything else?
Oh yes,
Okay.
I thought you were saying you got the buttons and.
Yeah.
So picked up a couple more games here. If you've been paying attention to the video game section, you've been seeing me, Mr. Wizard, was it Funk Monk?
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
other, oh, and Quack also.
I know this is going to be.
Torturing ourselves with levels from this game, and that is Super Mario Maker 2.
Yep.
I've been watching people play that. Oh my god, there are some fucking evil levels.
Yes,
Yes.
with all the new features and stuff like that, there are some downright hair-pulling. Oh my god.
Yeah, I really wish they had a Switch and the ability to play that stuff. I can't.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously the big thing about this is they added Super Mario 3D World as one of the
Okay. That's
levels
cool.
you can create,
Nice. Oh, I
and a whole bunch of things we wanted from the first game. You know, We
Nice.
did a whole thing on SNI about all the new features.
Mhm.
can't wait to the day when you know they're gonna do the Mario 64 Maker. Like, yes, 3D level.
Oh yeah, or
Oh,
when they do
yeah.
a Mario Maker 3 and they expand it even further.
It'll eventually happen. You will, because they don't
People
have
still
they
don't
haven't figured it out
understand.
yet, but I think they will eventually. You know,
They still don't understand why Mario 2 is not on.
it's a rights issue.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a rights issue, and it's technically not an official mainline Mario title.
Correct.
Super Mario 2 isn't the Lost Level stuff.
The Lost
No,
Levels
no,
is, but
The
that-
Lost Levels is, but that's just part of Mario 1.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that stuff's in there. The stuff that's in
Yeah,
Lost
that's-
That's not.
But
Yeah, but
it's
that's
in
not
here.
what we're talking about. We're talking about the American Super Mario 2.
I know, but the Japanese one has stuff in it that's not in Super Mario Brothers 1, and that stuff's in Mario Maker. So technically, it is there. We
It
just
is
don't
there.
have that weird other game. That, you know.
Yeah, but Doki Doki
That's,
Panic,
That's not what they mean,
or-
though.
Mario 2
Yeah.
in the US, yeah, there's nowhere to be seen in this because it's not. And when it comes to story, canon, whole world and everything,
Yeah.
it's
just a reskinned other game.
yeah. So there's no reason to have any of that content in these because they were not. It wasn't from the ground up made Mario title.
No.
So people still don't understand this.
No.
I think eventually they will license that shit.
I mean, they
Okay.
could easily license it.
Maybe.
I know. I think they'll just do it when they're starting to run out of things. You're like, okay, well, let's go here finally. You know.
But it's the same thing with all the mini consoles. Is people don't understand that the reason why they made those, and the reason why they're doing this is to celebrate, the original creation
yeah.
of said thing, or
Yes.
of Mario, or of the NES, not just as its whole legacy. I guess it's what people thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Well, and if theoretically, like it's not really official. Nothing in number 2 is even canon, really. Technically.
No.
I mean, we did get a few enemies from that game, but that's about it.
Few,
Yeah.
but like most of them have been left in that game. Most of the things are only in that game. You know.
Yeah. Like, I really want more turnip digging in Mario. So, like,
Phantom doors from a potion. What a weird idea.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, though. So yeah, Mario Maker 2. If you have a
Awesome.
Switch, get it.
There you go.
That's my official recommendation.
There you go. Garbage Gamer has spoken.
So the next one that I say, get it. It is a official Garbage Gamer recommendation. Get it if you have a PS4 or a PS4 Pro. That is Crash Team Racing, Crash Nitro Fueled.
Nice.
This game is so much fun, and it's and coming from somebody who has no nostalgia for this game,
Mhm.
I did not have like when these games were popular. I didn't have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
I was an N64 kid. I had Mario Kart 64. I was playing Banjo Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing. So I didn't grow up with Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon or Crash Team Racing. So, but playing these kind of makes me wish I did. Yeah, because this just like,
yeah.
oh, it's a beautiful game. Like I said, this is the same team. What is it? Well, it's Activision, obviously, but Havoc, Fmod, Beanox, was it Demonware? Yeah, Demonware. That did the remasters and the remakes of these, and God, they did a bang up job. I was like,
Like,
Yeah, I really want
as
to
a
get
poor
those.
kid- as a poor kid when that stuff was coming out, I only got 1 or 2 games a year, and that was just Crash Bandicoot passive version, which just wasn't on that list,
yeah.
unfortunately.
And to keep it in perspective, I didn't get a PlayStation 1 until 1999.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't get one until about then too.
So, and it was before I moved out to where I live now.
No,
You
I-
know, and
I,
I never really bought much in the way of new games for it.
Around that time, I had my 3DO that I got on clearance, and a bunch of games from that I also got on clearance or got through eBay. It wasn't until about 2002, I think, that I got a PlayStation 2. So I never even had a PlayStation 1. But of course, I could play the PS1 games, of course, on the PS2. But
and the PS3 and the PS4.
and the
I
PS3
had-
and the
I had-
PS4, yeah.
I had a gray box PS1 with the pre-DualShock controllers.
Oh yeah.
I experienced that and had that as a kid, but like I said, but it was way
I
late
have
in
a
its life.
I got a model of one with the back
Me?
port. I actually had the
yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
back PS PlayStation 1.
Oh, okay.
I had that. But it was beat up by the time I got it. 'Cause I bought it
Yeah,
used.
and I even had, I think for a while, I had a PSX.
Okay.
Which for people who don't know, that was the slim PlayStation 1, the tiny little one.
The little one, yeah. Rosie has a question.
Yes.
How did you guys become friends?
Didn't you ask us that last time?
No, I don't know.
How did we become friends?
Well, we all.
I actually,
We were all consenting adults, and no.
It all started when I started doing Stickam live shows as kind of a tie-in with my YouTube page. There was another Stickam chat room called YouTube Chat, where people who, like me, were also on YouTube could meet and chat with other YouTubers. That's where I met Stoudman. And after a while, he started frequenting my chat more than he was frequenting YouTube chat, and it just kind of grew from there. And then I started doing fairly regular streams, usually on weekends. That's kind of how Saturday Night InSaNiTy started. Skinslip started coming to those chats just as a fan.
Showed up. I was in YouTube. I was in the Stickam chats
Yeah.
yes.
as a fan.
Like just in the text chat, like they are.
Occasionally, I'd show up on camera when there's a slot open, but
Yeah. But
yeah.
so eventually, it just kind of happened. Like Skinslip just kind of came on camera more and more. Because on Stickam, anybody could go on camera if there was a slot open. It had like a limited number of slots. So he would come on camera more and more, and just we all just kind of hit it off and became friends. Then Eric, Garbage Gamer. Eric, I think was I think you were introduced to me by Mia, weren't you? Originally, like you were a friend of Mia's. And
No,
then-
actually, I actually do remember rather vividly for some reason.
Okay. He'll
The
tell
very,
us.
the very first night that I actually met you.
Yeah.
And that was from Stoud.
Oh, it's from Stoud. Okay.
Yeah, it was. We were
Bringing
hanging
people
out.
together since
We were-
2008.
We were hanging out. It was kind of a dead night in YouTube chat, and Stoud was just like, "I'm gonna go hang out with Zaran Izarak." So I'm like, "Who is this Zaran Izarak guy?" Actually, and then Stoud PM me, and he goes, "I'm gonna bring you into this chat because you and Zaran Izarak have a lot in common."
Okay.
That's what
Yeah.
it said. And so he brought me in. I remember you were talking about Indiana Jones because you had your hat on.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you were ranting about Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls.
Oh
For
wow.
like that. I mean, that's how long ago it's been.
Our opinions have completely changed on that. For the most part.
I have a clip of a discussion of that. I wonder if that was the same night.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
That would be hilarious to actually have the night we met archived in some form. Yeah.
I remember I came in, I was very, very nervous, very quiet. I didn't really say much of anything.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be like, oh, here's this... Stoud brought in this weird random kid. Because everybody was talking about movies.
Yeah.
And I was the gamer kid.
And you were the video game guy. Like...
and I was the person.
What did you like that today?
What did you think I have in common with these people, Stoud? Like, what the hell?
And it was, like, you guys were all talking about movies and stuff, and at that time, I was not a movie collector. I didn't own any movies at all.
Yeah.
I think I maybe had like maybe the first X-Men movie.
Yeah.
On DVD. But I didn't have a shelf I kept them on or anything like that. They were just like somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
Everything you see behind me, that entire Billy bookcase full of DVDs and Blu-rays.
Wow.
Because of these bastards.
But I remember, like, over the course of, like, the next year, you literally watched every single one of my videos. Like, I remember...
Yeah, I was going to college at the time.
And you became, like,
I would go to college, I'd get home at, like, 1 in the afternoon, and I would just make food and just friggin' binge.
He became a Zaranizarak super fan. I remember you were, like, quoting things back to me from my own videos. I'm like, wow, you're, like, watching everything. This was back when there was a manageable number of videos, and you could conceivably do that.
I literally just followed the play.
Yeah.
Down, that you had them all nicely organized.
Well, there you go. See, Carlatin did the same thing.
For me, I got the collecting bug in 2002. And I had finally moved back from Washington to California, and me and my ex at the time were together, and I was just looking. Collecting was a very solitary thing for me before this, and then I was looking for some information on the BCI Eclipse series through Google, and it came up with Sean's site.
Right.
And from the site, I found his YouTube channel, watched every damn video at the time. Now I'm so far behind in videos I could never catch up before I died.
Yeah.
Because I watched like 1/10 of the ones I was able to. I had a lot more free time then. And then I just showed Stickcam one night because I've just watched his videos and I was like, "What is it? Join the stick? What is the Stickcam thing?" I don't remember how I got there. Was I linked in your description or something?
Probably.
About it, and I was like, there an iTrack Stickcam? What's the and then bring up your account or wherever. I got there somehow.
Yeah.
And I just kept showing up like a leech, and that was the end of that.
And the rest is history. Yeah, I remember with Stoud, I guess it all kind of started with Stoud, was I would go to this YouTube chat just to kind of connect with other YouTubers, and I met a few who at the time were fairly popular YouTubers, so it was pretty cool to connect with them and stuff.
Who did you meet?
Nobody you would know now. They're nobodies now, but
I actually had the very disc.
Like Renetto.
Disc.
yeah, like Renetto and
I guess she might know Phil, right?
This very specific edition, this DVD is what got me into collecting.
Which one?
This Zombie Holocaust.
Zombie Holocaust. There you go.
From Street Show.
Nice.
There are liner notes in here. I'm gonna have Sean narrate for a video I'm working on.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And the way he describes watching movies is how I watch movies, and that's just
So yeah. Anyway, Stoudman was in this YouTube chat, and I came in, and I don't even remember what we were talking about, but apparently I was really hilarious that night, and just like participating, and I was funny apparently. So
I don't get it either.
So I came back like
there was a time.
So I remember Stoud laughing a lot at my jokes, so I was like, oh cool, somebody likes my humor. So
other jokes like us.
And then. So then, I came back, I think, the next night, and Stoud, I don't think you remembered what my username was, but you remembered, I guess, my face. And so I came on cam, and I remember this very distinctly. Stoud was just like, oh, it's him, the funny guy. I'm like, oh, I'm known as the funny guy? Thanks. And it just kind of went from there.
I've always been a dork, but Holy shit!
I'm the funny guy.
Real
Yeah.
dork.
I don't call myself a dork. I'm definitely more of a dork than a
All
nerd.
these fine friends of mine can confirm.
Yes. Can confirm is a
That was
dork.
definitely a walking dad joke. Yes, that is correct.
So, any other pickups, Garbage Gamer?
No, that was about it.
Okay,
Oh, is
cool.
Skinslip Summer School in?
Skinslip. What'd you get? I know at
I
least
just
a couple
discovered the
things
name
you
of my
got.
new show.
Huh?
Can you
Five
grab me
days.
my water?
It's right there.
I know I'm all like tucked in and bundled right now.
Oh my god, the height of Uh-oh.
Entitlements. Yeah.
Con is so whipped right now.
Fine, Your Highness. I'll get your water. Majesty. Have a drink.
Thumbs up, buddy. Sam, thumbs up.
Let me set it down somewhere.
Whip it.
Not on the electronics. Be very careful. Please don't fry his electronics.
What?
I'm waiting. Did you drink yet? Are you finished drinking? Do you want some more?
No. Actually, yeah, I can do
Enormous
it some more.
butt.
Alright. Let's hand it to me when you're done. I'll
You
find,
enormous butt.
find somewhere on the counter.
You're making her laugh. So I
Hey,
inadvertently,
thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
I just now discovered the name for my new show, Skinslip Summer School. You're welcome.
Skinslip
Thanks.
Summer School. There you go. Very
So are
nice.
you guys ready for the in session for Skinslip Summer School?
Okay. We take notes. So we quiz later.
Oh my God, Stoudman.
Really, Stout? Right now?
Sorry, I forgot to mute myself. I was responding to JL,
Oh, okay.
So first,
but still blame stuff.
Nice.
Freddy in Space on Twitter sent me a care package. By the way, he's the coolest guy ever. Hi. Thanks for watching. I know you're probably watching this now later.
I love your tweets.
Hi, John.
Good old
I
John.
agree. We need a Freddy in Space movie. Damn it! Give us our
I know.
Freddy in Space movie. Come on.
Yeah. What he said. Anyway, he's one of my favorite guys. So he sent me a care package, which
Nice.
included this Stranger Things D&D set,
Nice.
which I don't need. So it's going to be a beautiful display. I'm actually going to take out the minis and display them at some point.
That's
But the
very
box is
cool.
going to be a display piece too.
That's beautiful.
I'm going to take the dice out because the dice. I love dice. So I'll always treasure the dice because I'll be like, these are for my Stranger Things set. This was
Yeah.
gifted to me by a friend. You know what I mean? Like it's important to me.
Sweet.
And so, obviously, I can use the character sheets too. But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I love the authentic old school look.
Rosie
Yeah,
has another
Yes,
question.
Rosie?
What?
One of my friends at school actually does D&D sessions during long recess on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yes, you're saying you play with them. Yeah, Rosie
D&D's
plays.
awesome.
Rosie plays D&D.
my
Fourth
favorite tool.
edition.
What?
Which edition is it? Do you know?
Fifth,
Don't know.
probably.
Fourth or
Probably
fifth?
fifth edition.
All right.
That's the current one.
Okay.
The current popular one. D&D's is more popular than it's ever been, and I love it. I'm happy
Nice.
about it.
Good.
Also, in that care packages was this incredible. I guess this is a limited edition. I love Pumpkinhead. There's a Pumpkinhead
Yeah.
store, and so he's doing a giveaway on his Twitter. If you want to go over there, and I think it's still going. You can go
Sweet.
retweet, follow him, and stuff. But yeah, he sent me one, and I can't wait.
Freddy in Space, for those who don't know, John Squires is one of the main editors over at bloodydisgusting.com, which is...
Yeah.
I was actually surprised the other day. I discovered they're actually bigger than Rue Morgue now. And
Yep.
I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, cool. Way to go, guys. But, yeah.
Okay, we'll start with the one Hollywood release that we got. We're on Blu-rays. So for the Hollywood Blu-rays, we're going to get this out of the way because it's in my way here. Batman vs. TMNT.
Yay! Isn't that a nice
With the
slipcover? I love that slipcover. It's
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
a
get
free.
that?
the texture, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Embossed.
Didn't you
That's
get
the word.
that?
Yeah.
And then, bought some DVDs.
hmm
First up, for Psychotronic Coast to Coast, we're covering shark movies for the summer.
Mega
So,
Shark 8 movie
I
collection.
picked this up so that we can cover Shark Attack 3 Megalodon, a favorite from my youth. I used to have the VHS for that movie. It's stupid.
Okay.
I think it's like 19 when it came out. Anyway,
Wow.
good stuff. But there's a bunch of really terrible shark movies. And then the Shark Attack trilogy, Shark Attack 1, 2, and 3 are on here,
Nice.
which is the most important thing about the set. It's Echo Bridge, so unfortunately it's 4 movies a disc.
Oh, great.
Second of all, I decided since at the end of last month I had a small amount of money left, and I saw a bunch of these master video DVDs on eBay for cheap, and I know all of them are currently entirely out of print, though you can still get a few of them for in the teens. I paid less than $10 for each one of these for master video. We've got Back from Hell. These are all shot on video films I don't know a goddamn thing about.
Nice.
This is all new to me.
I love all that stuff.
Escape from the Insane Asylum.
Oh, nice cover. I like that.
This one is called The Nostril Picker, also known as the Changer.
That looks like a Garbage Pail Kids card. Like,
well, this is called The Changer, previously on VHS.
The Changer. That's a little better.
Yeah.
Than the Nostril Picker.
I like the Nostril Picker, dude. I think it's awesome. I love the art. It does look like a...
it's like a Garbage Pail Kids thing, but...
Beautiful, man. It's the first time on DVD in the U.S., so on that. Then there's Panic, the City in Panic, which is also known as the AIDS Murders.
Oh, interesting.
So, kind of glad with the name change on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So we got this is a more notable one, Venus Flytrap. This is a early 90s shot on video. But shot on video is still a pretty big blind spot. You saw some of my selection.
Yeah.
But I'm filling some gaps.
Yeah.
What she said. Anyway, next up from AGFA, I got the Hollywood Super Action.
Oh.
And this is Ugandan cinema.
Okay.
And
do you know the way? I had to.
These fine filmmakers make their movies for less than $200. They have all borrowed equipment that they just ship from, because the Libyan are like one of the largest dumps in the world. Because for a long time, all the Western world was just dumping their shit there.
Yeah.
So they have they salvaged camcorders, and they repaired all the equipment from like manuals they found in the dump, and like they're very ingenious, and what's the word? Ingenious? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Inventive. Anyway, they're very good with their money, and they do things like take scrap and make guns out of it. It's like bizarro cinema. And a thing about their cinema is there's like the characters talking, but then there's a VJ commenting about the movie the whole time. Oh, the guy's going to make it. Tune in, check out. Stay tuned and check out. We'll see you up next. Clubs are in the movie. It's craziness. You've never seen anything like it.
Wow.
You can see Who Killed Captain Alex for free on YouTube with the VJ commentary.
Okay, interesting.
And it's so bizarre.
It sounds nuts. I would probably enjoy that.
You probably would. It's really fun stuff. Next, I contacted filmmaker Matt Farley from Motion Media and asked him if he had any of his movies available, because I wanted to support him directly as much as possible. But he only had one available to buy, and that's Slingshot Cops here on Blu-ray. It's only Blu-ray. These other movies are Don't Let the River Beast Get You, and what was the other one? It's over here. I have it pinned.
I said she could go to bed if she was tired. She insisted on staying, so...
What's the other movie I'm thinking of? Freaky Farley. Anyway, I love my independent regional filmmaking, so there's that. Speaking of independent regional filmmaking, I got a box set here from Arrow, the American Horror Project.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking at that one.
We're going to be covering Dark August on Psychotronic Coast to Coast because it was filmed in Vermont, and I told Owen that, and Owen's like, "Oh my god, I gotta see, getting me screenshots." I'm like, "Okay, sure, I'll get you screenshots." 2 hours later, he's like, "Well, I found it on YouTube, and I got some screenshots, and then I bought the box set." I'm like, okay, so then we're gonna cover it on the show.
Nice.
Next, we get from Arrow, the Arrow sale.
Holy crap!
I got
Stack
10
Arrow.
titles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 12 titles.
All right.
2 titles for a friend that they're not mine, so they're off on another shelf because because they lived in Canada and it was like $45 shipping or some shit, and they only wanted 2 titles. So it's like I'll just take care of it.
Yeah.
So, take care of it. So first we have Giallo. We have 4 Giallo films. Those who don't know, Giallo are murder mystery films that are the proto slasher from Italy.
Yes.
So
they tend to be they're murder mysteries where the murder scenes tend to be quite graphic, and there's always a twist ending.
almost always multiple twist endings.
Or
and,
sometimes multiple twists. Yeah.
and frequently, very frequently, the killer has black gloves for some reason.
Yes.
That's just but I got The Suspicious Death of a Minor. I haven't flipped the covers.
Oh, I've heard that one's really good.
It is. Yeah. It's supposed to be really good. Sergio Martino, but I haven't flipped the covers because some of the reversibles are a bit indecent.
Okay.
Waiting to show them on stream first. Yeah. We got Sergio Martino's The Case of the Scorpion's Tail.
Ah.
And then Ricardo Frida's The Iguana with the Tongue of Fire. I love the titles of these movies.
Yeah, I'm just sensing an animal theme.
Yeah, a lot of them have that. There's the Animal Trilogy.
Yeah.
Four Flies and Grey Velvet, Cat, Nine Tails, and what's the other one? Bird
with Crystal Plumage. There's also Don't Torture a Duckling.
That's the Animal Trilogy from
There's also Don't Torture a Duckling. And
which I already have. I already have that one. Yeah. Death Smiles on a Murderer by Joe D'Amato.
Nice.
Next, we have some Japanese cinema. We're the only Arrow Academy title I think I own, and that's this Spear on Mount Fuji. Bloody Spear Mount Fuji.
And the same kind of font that was used for the Bloodthirsty trilogy, I noticed. They seem to use that one a lot. Yeah.
I think this is the same artist.
Yeah. Very cool.
And then we've got Horrors of Malformed Men.
Oh.
Which, despite the title, is not as lurid as you'd think.
That's a pretty rad.
But it's pretty lurid.
Cover, yeah.
And we have Street Mobster.
Ooh.
Which is a Fukusaku film, I think.
Very nice.
Yes, Fukusaku. I had to double check. Then we got Orgies of Edo, which is as lurid as you think it is.
Okay.
And then we got Taro Ishii's this is by Taro Ishii, by the way, a very notable director. As Akira Kurosawa cited him as an influence on him.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And Fukusaku, I think, did too. And then we have Yakuza Law, which is a more notable Taro Ishii film.
Nice.
And then the only American title I got was Elvira Mistress of the Dark.
Oh, I want that so bad, but I think it's region locked.
It is region locked. But if you just spent $100 on a Blu-ray player...
I don't have $100 for a Blu-ray player!
You keep spending your money on Blu-rays, that's why.
Well...
You gotta just stop buying Blu-rays for like a month like I did.
Okay, no. That's not gonna happen.
How about this? I'll buy it for you. You pay me back in installments.
Maybe.
Or...
Maybe.
Someone wants to donate him $135 so he can buy a Blu-ray player with it because he needs a shipping cost.
There you go. Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah. Thanks for the subscription. That's the YouTube subscription. Thanks for the YouTube subscription.
Next, not last. Limited edition. Also, we've got the Blood Island trilogy from Stoudman.
Wow, you got that fast.
I know.
Didn't you just order that like 2 days ago?
4 days ago.
4 days ago. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And the boxes are numbered actually too.
Yeah, that's a really nice set.
Yeah, all of them come in black set cases.
Oh,
all of these have reversible covers where the Hemisphere box set does not.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know. I also got the Hemisphere box set.
Speaking of the Hemisphere box set. Yeah.
This is the last thing I have.
This is the one that Skinslip accidentally ordered when I told him about it.
I ordered it by accident early before I had the money, but I was going to order it anyway.
I also have this set coming. I ordered it for the Torture Chamber Dr. Sadism, which is an exclusive to that box set, and the Brain of Blood.
The second feature on this disc.
Yeah.
I bought it for this fucking...
Yeah,
this
exactly.
movie here.
Which are two like, B-grade horror movies that I remember from when I was younger. I just had some nostalgic value, a fondness for them and wanted them. And,
but now you can watch the whole box set with me because I accidentally paid for it and I have to review it now.
Well, and then also because you accidentally bought that, you then needed to have the Blood Island set, so that you went and got that.
The Amicus set, too.
So it just set off this chain reaction of purchases because of that one.
I don't get completions on everything, but I wanted to get all those sets anyway, and I saw that I found them all pretty reasonable price how ridiculously expensive they are already.
I only ordered the Hemisphere one. I'd like to get the Amicus one, but I can live without that one.
Also wants the Blood Island trilogy, but it's a lesser want, I think.
Again, I would like to have it just to have all of the sort of Hemisphere stuff, but
that's everything, by the way. That's it.
But yeah. All right. Okay. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. Okay, you gotta let me.
24 items.
Kiddo.
Can I show them the things?
What things? Well, I can do. I'm actually closer. It'll be easier for me to show them.
Can I?
You can try. All right. So first up, I got this one. And Rosie's gonna show you. Have to show it to that camera.
Eventually, when she wakes up.
There you go.
Okay.
Hammer Films double feature, which includes the Revenge of Frankenstein and The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. So
I've seen none of those.
Yeah, there we go. So it's two of the Hammer ones, two of the main cycle. So one from the Frankenstein, one from the Mummy. We're getting one of the other mummies, blood from the mummy's hand or something.
Mummy's Tomb, I think.
Which is another one that hasn't been available on Blu-ray before. We're getting that from Scream Factory, I think, a little later this year. And then I got this one, which is the second last appearance of Christopher Lee as Dracula in Dracula AD 1972. Show the back there as well. I was like, show the back too. There you go. There's the man himself. So this is the one where they bring Dracula into the modern age. This is where Hammer was starting to run into a bit of trouble. Weren't making as much money from their movies as they used to, so they were kind of getting a bit experimental.
I think you have me selected.
And then we got this one as well. No, it's not. You're just the only one making noise.
Oh, fair enough.
And
okay.
Then we have the Satanic Rites of Dracula, which is actually a direct sequel to Dracula AD 1972.
I love his face on there.
I see how that without having seen Dracula, the other one.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah,
I'd like to see the other one still.
And then there. Now, I have seen this one, but a long time ago. I actually have it on one of my bargain basement horror collection ones. Yes. So, I don't know. People seem kind of mixed on these. Like, the 80s, 1972 is kind of a little bit more tongue-in-cheek. Satanic Rites goes a little more serious again. Some people seem to like one over the other. And then, going right back to the beginning of the Hammer era of horror films, at long last, we have Horror of Dracula. Pull it back a bit. Which is the original 1958 film with Christopher Lee making his debut as the Count. You want to flip that around there? And
just doing that.
And there we go. So it's Warner Archive has been putting these out and filling in some gaps. Now I just wanted to read a little something here. This is says, note, this presentation of the Horror of Dracula is based on the British Film Institute restoration of 2007 and additional elements subsequently discovered. As such, it bears its original UK release title of Dracula. So it actually sounds like it's made from all of the best known to exist elements.
That's not even cool. Like, fuck the old transfers. Fuck you. It's more than that. Thanks.
Yeah, it's like, it's literally as good as it can look, apparently. So, and some people were complaining that it didn't have any extras because it's a Warner Archive title. They tend to be bare bones. And it did get a deluxe edition over in the UK, probably that 2007 restoration.
High release.
Yeah. So we didn't get any extras, but we got the nice transfer anyway, so I can't complain too much. I'm just happy to have the frickin' movie on Blu-ray, because a lot of these Hammer titles have been unavailable or out of print for like a decade or more.
15 years.
So yeah, like frickin'
yeah. Release, I think.
All right. So actually, this next one is one that's been out of print for quite a while, and then Scream Factory has made it available on Blu-ray for the first time with lots of extras. We have Frankenstein, Created Woman. This one was actually a friend of mine growing up. This was his favorite of the Hammer Frankensteins. He talked about it all the time. And I've never seen it because it's been really hard to find until now. So if you want to flip that around. And then there's the back there. So this one sounds really interesting, just reading the summary on the back. I won't spoil it for you if you don't want to have it spoiled. But, of course, it does have the reversible cover as well. So there's the original.
I like that a lot. That's
the original, yeah, very drive-in movie.
Yellow. Green, right?
Huh?
Is it green or yellow? Your light.
It is kind of a yellowish green, actually.
I really like that tone. beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard
it looks
to.
yellow on the camera.
It does kind of look yellow.
Yeah.
It's got yeah, it's somewhere between yellow and green. Like it's an
It's
interesting.
more green on this camera and more yellow on the stream. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You'll see when you get it.
Oh my god, that
I will find
confused
it
the
eventually.
crap out of me.
Okay.
Can I show you?
So, what?
I was
I thought-
hoping someone overseas would
I
announce
thought
it.
there was
and
like a hand coming out of her crotch or something.
No, she thought it was. She thought it was a hand coming out of the girl's crotch.
I'm gonna wait.
There. So
Oh, I can see that.
if
Yeah.
you take a look there. Ah!
That's some weird Japanese horror weirdness.
That's right.
I was kind of hoping on hope that
What?
like when the
Yeah.
theater would
That
announce that they'd
was.
release those, I'd be like, yay, I can get those there instead. But
Yes.
I don't know.
And then finally, this is an entry I've been wanting to have in my 50s sci-fi collection for a very long time. It's a movie that I've been meaning to see forever and still haven't because, well, I just never got around to getting it. So now I'm glad I waited because Scream Factory just put out a really nice Blu-ray edition. We have This Island Earth, and I actually
signing
got
out for Tuesday.
this a little bit early. It's the release date is actually Tuesday, so
Mine shipped.
I pre-ordered this on Amazon, and they sent it a little bit early.
was going to flip
you want,
it.
You want to flip
A
it
lot
around?
bit early. I think they expected to be in customs longer.
Well, no, I ordered it from Amazon CA.
I know, but it might still be shipped from the U.S.
I don't think so.
But my point is, like, yeah, you got that early, and you definitely shouldn't have gotten it that
Yeah.
soon.
But anyway, I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm not going to be able to watch it before the release date anyway. But
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Can I read
I
it?
all noticed
Huh?
on Amazon.
what? Sure, yeah,
The little TV guide thing.
yeah. Rose
The
wants to
only-
read something off the back here. Hold on.
A landmark
What? Go.
A landmark science fiction film. An intelligent interplanetary epic filled with beautifully crafted designs and marvelous special effects.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
there you go.
probably the most positive review I've ever heard of Island Design
And
Earth.
2.5 years in the making. So yeah, they this was one where they put a lot of effort into the effects apparently, and this was kind of from an era where they started to do that. Now I've always kind of paired this up with Forbidden Planet and
Yeah.
The Day the Earth Stood Still as being other shining examples of innovative science fiction from that time period, and so I wanted to have this on Blu-ray and be able to see it for a very long time. So, yeah. Did you have a question?
I know this sounds really stupid.
What?
No stupid questions.
No, just stupid people.
Okay. But if you guys could consider one another like an animal by their personality,
Oh God.
who would you like? What animal would you guys consider each other?
That's so random.
And
We're
I'm
talking
so
about
high.
we're talking about 50 science fiction, and this is how you.
I just
Wow.
thought of it because
My daughter's ADD brain, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
I just thought of it because my noses are like.
are you
twitching.
saying Seth? Are you saying Sean's a tardigrade? Who's a tardigrade?
A tardigrade?
Who? He didn't define who's a tardigrade.
Tardigrade. We're all tardigrades. We're all going to survive the apocalypse. Great.
But
At
what
least he's right.
animal would you guys, or animals would you guys consider yourselves,
That's such a
or
weird
each other?
I'm a turtle, probably.
A turtle.
Yep.
I don't know.
My shell.
A jackal. Is it a jackal?
Oh, is that
Jackal.
Gotta be a
the end of
jackal.
your pickups, by the way?
Huh?
Was that the end of your pickup?
Oh yeah, that was my last pickup. That was
Okay,
it.
good. I just want to make sure we
What
weren't
do you
like
consider
stuck on that or
yourself?
something.
Oh god, I don't know.
Sean's a sloth.
Can I just do yours for you?
Sure. Okay. Obviously, Rosie has something in mind here. What's
Okay,
so? What do you
I
think
have my
we all
reasons,
are? All right.
and I already have ideas for all of you.
Okay. Tell us.
You're
'Cause
the mix between a monkey and a sloth.
I'm a monkey sloth. Okay. Swinging from trees very slowly.
I say it's not slow, it's your own speed.
Yeah. That's right.
Point floats are too fast.
I would. I don't know. I can't make myself a snake because I'm not like a snake.
No, you're not. You're not doing it yourself. You can't do it yourself. You're only.
Yeah. Okay. So what are the rest of them?
Stoud would probably be like a rabbit.
Uh-huh. A rabbit. Okay.
Garbage Gamer would probably be.
Wait for it.
That was great.
What?
I'm trying to think of animals.
Right.
Ooh.
Would it help if you looked at him? There.
No, it wouldn't help at
That
all.
probably didn't help.
Okay.
Probably a parrot.
A parrot. Okay, you're a parrot, apparently. Apparently.
And
Weird.
Skinslip would probably be. I don't know.
Oh, by the way. One day I'm gonna show up and look completely different.
That's right.
This isn't what I'm supposed to look like.
I've seen him without his facial hair. I didn't even recognize him. It's like, who the hell's that weirdo? Like, that's me. Oh.
It's not what I'm supposed to look like. This is just a sheer form of depression.
Oh, there you go.
Appearance.
Well, so.
Jail's a jackal. Cyber 16 I'm a cat.
Uh-huh.
I'm a turtle cat, one disease says. And Cyber 16 Stoud's the rabbit from Holy Grail. Okay, yeah. He has blood in his paws. Yep.
Stout is the rabbit from Holy Grail. Okay.
Is it a jackal? Or a frog? Wow. Okay.
Skinslip would probably be a lizard.
A lizard. There you go.
I could see that. He does do this a lot.
Okay. A lizard who... Now I want, like, a cartoon of us, and Skinslip will be the crazy lizard guy who runs the local video store and is the expert on cult film.
I can make that.
And you guys have to like come in. You guys come in the store to rope me into your grand adventures.
That's right.
And every time you come in, I'm watching some obscure thing on the TV, and then I have
That's
to tell you all about it.
That's right. Yeah.
It's an educational show, then. Yeah.
That's right. It's
It's
education.
regional film.
What
learn
do you
about
guys
cult
think
film.
I am?
You?
A panda bear.
A panda bear. Okay.
Raccoon.
How?
A raccoon. There you go.
Trash panda specifically, but yes.
A trash panda. Uh-huh.
I love raccoons. They're adorable.
Yeah.
I've been trying to petition. I've been for like a decade. I've asked every dungeon master I've ever had, can I have a dire raccoon, which means it's the size of a horse, and can it wear armor and wield weapons since it has opposable thumbs? And those are requirements to wear those things.
Okay. Well,
One of these days it'll happen. It'll be great.
I think we've covered pretty much everything this week, so I think it's Ecodrome time. Everybody ready?
What?
Ready?
Yes.
Ready?
I'm getting the streak so I can. I'm getting the streak so Echo drone. Very early into the 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 Sean, you need a two-part emote like that. Sean, you need a two-part emote like that. Sean, you need a two-part emote like that. Sean, you need a two-part emote like that.
Like, oh.
It'd be funny. It just randomly cuts to.
Do armpit fart. If I can do this just right. No, I was trying to do that. If I can get it just right, I can make the fart noises with my hands.
My hands are too sweaty. I can't use it.
Yeah, it's too fucking moist here right now. I can't get a good.
I can
like,
do it.
Moist.
That's what she said.
Okay. I have to pee. She needs to get to bed.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to pee. She needs to get to bed. Those of you on Twitch, I'm going to come back on and we're going to work on some editing tonight. And then just nice relaxing time. And yeah. So any last words, everybody? Anything you wanted to add?
Go watch Stranger Things. It's awesome.
Buy Mario Maker 2.
It's awesome.
Meow.
Send me money.
And then send me money. Or send me money first, then him money. Whatever.
I'm not thinking about the order.
As long as we both get money, that's all that matters.
Also not thinking about the amounts.
Look at these jerks just begging for money.
I didn't
Please
give
give me money.
Send me money. There's a difference.
That's right.
I want my Pokemon cards.
You have your Pokemon cards.
I want more Pokemon cards.
Oh, you want more Pokemon
Send Rosie
cards.
your Pokemon cards.
Okay.
Rosie needs Pokemon cards. Come on, you can give her some
I'm
Pokemon
sure
cards.
you
Send
can
her
dig
your
out
dupes.
Box of old ass Pokemon cards you're doing nothing with. Keep the few you want and send Rosie the rest.
There
Come
you
on.
go. There you go. All right. Her birthday's coming up too, so that'd be
Look
very,
her up.
very nice
Ah.
birthday gift if everybody
Pokemon.
sent her your old Pokemon cards that you don't want anymore.
Or new ones.
Yeah.
We're not picky. It's the same.
All right.
Or anything. I like opening packages.
That's true. All right.
As far as
like-
I'm more Stud's already sending us something.
Trying to say goodbye here.
Sorry.
Have yourselves a wonderful week, everybody. Those of you on Twitch who want to stick around for the behind-the-scenes stuff, stick around for the behind-the-scenes stuff. Otherwise, see you next time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. And sayonara.
Penis.
Bye.
Yeah. Where the hell is the thing? I never find the thing. There's the thing.
Dormirse en la cama, darse prisa en tu alma, ratoncito en el club, no heroica, Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela, pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con ratoncito. Si quiere ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes,